It's Muay Thai Sunday. What's up, everybody? Thinker St. James here with you. It is indeed Muay Thai Sunday. How the hell are you out there? Woo! Let's get going here. Hell yeah. We are back Sunday. Last Sunday, not here. This Sunday, here, right now with you. It's RWS again. We're back again with it. And taking a look at this card, I'm glad that we are here because this is a very special one. Like every other special one where this fighter fights, because we are going to be watching the one, the only, the goated Tim Chiabkard, ladies and gentlemen. If you are not familiar with Tim Chiabkard, oh, you're in for a treat. My favorite Muay Thai fighter, him and Kane Sack. Those are the two RWS guys that I love the most, and we are getting Tim Chiabkard. Is Kane Sack on this thing? I didn't even look for him. Nah, I don't think so. That's all right. 1 out of 2 ain't bad. We are in for a good one. Thank you for being here. See a couple of you guys in the chat already. If you want to watch along with these fights, of course, the link is in the description of this live stream. Get yourself queued up, and we are going to get started here in a few minutes. Checking in with you. Sam is here. Hell yeah, Sam. Appreciate you, brother. Sam always coming in early. Getting that dub for being number 1. Hydra here right on his heels. What's up, Hydra? Good to see you as well, bro. Bleeding Edge is here. Yes, it is Muay Thai Sunday. We are back in full effect. TJF is here, shouting out a person who it's questionable to be a fan of in 2026, but either way, appreciate you, brother. 559 fights on now is pretty good, and Fury FC was great. Yeah, I saw about Cameron Smotherman. That's hilarious. Cameron Smotherman having to be carted out of the venue. What a fucking weirdo. What happened to that guy? What happened to him? You know, he came in, he had a nice win over Jake Hadley, couple questionable fights in the UFC, and now he's getting fucking dragged out of the cage by armed security. So explain to me exactly what happened with that. His opponent was taunting him or something? Why did he get pissed off? The finish looked clean. I saw the finish. Shout out to Half Dead Frank always. The GOAT Half Dead Frank posting the clips in the Discord for everybody. But what, I didn't understand. I mean, the choke, it was a great choke. I mean, a really nice finish by his opponent. And then I don't understand where what the disconnect was. Legendary fall off must be studied. You know, we got to. Legendary fall off. I don't know. I mean, maybe a legendary approaching of the sun. You know, I say that like a Henan Barrow is a legendary fall off. That's just. Some people not cut out for the game, I guess, but obviously not cut out for any of the sport if he's doing that shit. That fall on the weight cut stage vaporized his brain. There might be something to that. There might be something. He might have had something jostle around in there, Water on the brain. This is live, right? Yes, Meat Rocket, it is live. I'm live currently. The fights, not so much. But crazy stuff over there. Okay, so Bleeding Edge coming in. Shout out to Bleeding Edge, of course. His opponent was taunting him the whole time. Oh, the whole fight. Okay, gotcha. Cameron was complaining the whole fight about groin shots, except they were more like high leg kicks. One was groin, but the rest looked clean. Okay, so he was pulling a Kamaru Usman a little bit. Can't wait to be talking about Kamaru Usman tomorrow night. Good Lord. What an absolute disgrace that was, the way he was conducting himself. I got to go back and rewatch. I was a little tired last night for that fight. That's why I kind of asked at the end of that fight. I was like, how did everybody feel about that fight? Was it like that great? I mean, like, yeah, obviously Dricus, probably all 5 of those rounds, I would say, took all 5. But didn't really feel like, I don't know. I wasn't getting like a crazy excitement level out of that fight. And I think that I do think that I hit the wall sometimes when it comes to the Red Bulls. That is definitely something I am aware of now. But either way, yeah. I mean, that's certainly memorable with Kamaru, fucking complaining about every single thing that was happening, even though a lot of it was legal. Most of it was legal. I think maybe once or twice there was something that was actually potentially a problem, and everything else was just standard fighting. Yeah, bro, you got fucking punched in the head. You got kicked in the head. What are you looking at the ref for? The ref cannot save you from legal strikes. But I guess Cameron Smotherman saw that performance. It was like, hold my beer. I can do better. I can do better. I can get carted out of the cage by armed security. I didn't see the former champion Kamaru Usman getting carted out of the cage by armed security. I win. I win in Fury FC. Oh, man, that's crazy. But we do got to do Fury FC at some point. We definitely have to, we got to get that on the docket. And apparently, if this was a good card, then that's making it more and more apparent. So maybe one of these coming up weeks, maybe for the next one, maybe for the next Fury FC card, let me know ahead of time if you remember. Because actually, I was just gonna say, Jeremy, appreciate you, Jeremy. Thank you for letting us know in the Discord earlier today that it was Fury. Didn't do it today, but next time, if you do that again next time, I'll do it then, or if whatever, like on the Friday or whatever. Appreciate the bits, my dude. Thank you very much. But yeah, next time that I have a little bit of a lead up, I'll plan ahead for that, and we'll do Fury, and then maybe we'll do Muay Thai as well. We'll pull a double that day. Other than that, the dude that won kept saying Cameron was trying to get out of the fight, then kept talking shit after he fucked him up. Well, I mean, yeah, it might not be sportsmanlike, but is it illegal? Doesn't sound like it's illegal to me, and that's just part of the game too. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't appreciate that personally. I mean, I think that that's unsportsmanlike behavior, but fucking rise above, brother. Don't get carted out by armed security. Usman surprised me. He still has it, just slower with age. That does not surprise me. That's of course we'll talk about it on the podcast, but that's basically really I maybe it was Bleeding Edge. It was maybe Jake Vandenberg was in the chat, but somebody had said it's basically exactly the fight that we kind of thought it would be. I even called it by decision. It was beautiful to see Dricus immediately throwing hard knees and uppercuts anytime Usman ducked or went for a takedown to make him too worried to shoot hard. That was one of the big decision makers. My personal belief with that was Usman probably should have just tried to tank one. As by round 3, you got to get a little bit reckless. I would say. I mean, or try to modify the entry, because it's like you're obviously not having any real success with the hands. Power is not there to knock out Dricus. So anyway, we'll talk about it all. But we got about 2 minutes before this RWS card gets started here. Again, if you want to watch along with me, the link is in the description. Get that thing queued up. You should see the RWS logo if you are at 000. I'm not answering you, Meat Rocket. Also, Dricus had such a nice lead leg with all his kicks for being such a big, muscled guy. True. Yeah, that is a good point. Dricus was throwing a lot of kicks. Cameron got put to sleep and woke up on the wrong side of the bed. He was grumpy. He was a little grumpy. He didn't get a long enough nap. You already started the event? Well, luckily, considering that it is a replay, you should be able to rewind. But I can completely understand if you're just like, fuck it, I'm not doing it. I'm not rewinding. But you can't start the event early and then spoil it in the chat for everybody else, okay? So if there are beanbags, you gotta keep it to yourself if you time travel ahead of us. He kept going for single legs instead of a double leg, but the stance switches messed him up. That does track. I mean, I'm going to be rewatching it tomorrow, so I will go back and do all of my assessments of all of those elements of it, but that sounds about right. And, really, I mean, the other thing, too, is it's like, again, what I said, and I cannot stress how much I think that this is not being discussed in this conversation. Kamaru Usman is not a middleweight. He's an undersized middleweight. Adrikas is not necessarily even the biggest of middleweights, but still, I mean, Kamaru was not even as big as Drikas. So I think that trying to get Drikas down was going to be a difficult task anyway, just because of the size. And, and then being worried about the attacks coming back at him, the defensive attacks, it's like there's a lot to unpack with that when it comes to Kamaru Usman. I think he did exceedingly well for the discrepancies, for being undersized at middleweight, for being older, potentially the knees, even though I think that that's bullshit. That's just an internet rumor that just never goes away. Like all of the circumstances with Kamaru Usman being out of the sport for a while, et cetera, I think he did well in the fight. But there were reasons, and Drikas is still that guy. And as I always say about Drikas, he wants to be a champion. He carries himself as a champion in his own mind. He wants the belt back. Kamaru on the other side. All right. We are a minute late now, so let's get this thing started here, folks. I will catch back up with you in the chat in just a moment. If you do want to watch with me, again, get yourself queued up to 000. Link is in the description. Get yourself ready to go here. Yamacat saying hello. What up, buddy? How you doing? We're getting the show started. Bud. I'll let you go to your spot in a second. All right. We're going to start this thing up, okay? So get yourself queued up, 000. RWS is going to start in 3, in 2, in 1. Muay Thai. There's your timer. And there is Yamacat going over to his spot. Get my headphones so he can make the leap. And of course, now we do have the RWS countdown timer. So you should see 4 minutes, 40 seconds. 4:39, 4:38, 37, 36, 35. Right there. Usman tanked a few and just couldn't capitalize. Yeah, that is true. He did push past a couple of times. Again, that also just goes to show that Drikas is that dude still as well, I think after Usman ate that bad knee in round 1 or 2, tanking another wasn't an option in his mind. That's the name of the game, though, man. I mean, if there's anybody who knows that, it's Kamaru Usman. So, it's just sunrise, sunset. You know what I'm saying? This sport moves very quickly. And it's, it's very bold for anybody in Kamaru's position to think that they could do what he was thinking he could do. So I give him credit for that, but I definitely do not give him credit for how he conducted himself after the fight. But come on. Shows how crazy good Hamzat is. I'm surprised that Kamaru wasn't able to at least pull off a little bit of that. That's what was surprising to me. I'm surprised that Kamaru had such success with Hamzat. Granted, it was many years ago now. Not many, but, a number of years ago. But, I'm surprised that Kamaru had such success in the Hamzat fight and then was not able to replicate almost any of that. It also looked, really going to Chase Parton's point, it almost looked like Kamaru wanted to strike more than I think anybody was expecting. Now, granted, of course, a lot of that is from, not wanting to get kneed in the face, of course, but I do think that there was a part of him that was like, yeah, I can strike with him. I'll show that I can strike with him kind of thing. Kamaru Usman has a lot of self-confidence, whether it's properly placed at this point. You can be the judge after that fight. Usman almost pulled it off at the end of the 5th. Nah, almost. Maybe a very broad definition of almost, but he was like, what I would say about Usman is that he was never out of the fight. You know what I mean? Like there were times he was taking some pretty heavy shots. He was never like, I never felt like he was like damn, Kamaru's about to get finished for real, you know? I think almost every fighter Dricus has fought has struck with him when they really shouldn't. Ain't that the goddamn truth? I mean, you know, it's like everybody kind of, it's weird at this point. Because what I was going to say is that everybody thinks Dricus is just, you know, the barroom brawler because he's got an awkward style. But it's like, that might be true that he does have an awkward style, but like he's a former champion now and has proven that his awkward style works for him. So like if that is the perception from the people he's fighting, like you'd think that at this point, like even they would evolve. So I don't even know if maybe that's the thing or not. But it's hard to say. I mean, you'd only have so many options, and Dricus not terrible with his his ability to at least get back to his feet or negate the takedowns, you know, throw the knee if he needs to. So Dricus makes it hard. Pause. All right, we got about a minute before this thing is going to tick over here. Not only a former champion and a defending former champion with 2 wins over the current champ, who is a striker who he outstruck. True. Although the only caveat to that is that I think that maybe we need to stop considering Sean's purely a striker at this point. I mean, you know, what I say, or actually what Bam Bam would shout out to the 10-7. Bam Bam was saying on his show that he was talking to a couple of Sean's teammates, and they all say that Sean's wrestling, like, now obviously in the fight a little bit, we saw it in the fight, but it's going to be different in an actual fight. They were saying that in the gym, Sean is one of the like highest level wrestlers, like at Extreme Couture. So another guy who's well-rounded, as you should be as a champion, but the accolades do track for Dricus. Can he replicate? You know? And really, I mean, what I'm going to be curious about is can he do it against Hamzat? All right, we are ticked over to RWS. We're seeing the intro graphics now. The introductory animation that I love so much. Bam, 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 bam. I think Sean is almost purely a striker, but his defensive grappling is amazing as well as his striking defense. Not true, dude. He is a wrestler. As I said, the dudes in the gym were talking him up. I mean, you could say, oh, maybe they're just talking him up, but I think that his wrestling in that fight showed that he is a pretty high level wrestler. He's a character who spec'd hard into defensive and cardio stats. Nah, dude, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Granted, he had to do a lot of defensive in that fight, but offensive, yeah, I mean, sure, he doesn't primarily utilize wrestling in an offensive way. I will give you that. But I could imagine that if he decided to, funny to say, I would act, and I hate I'm the first person to say it. I hate when people say, oh, he's got the wrestling in the back pocket. And he just never has to use it. He never wants to use it or never uses it. Sean actually might fit that bill. Sean might actually be the dude who legitimately has wrestling in the back pocket. He chooses not to use it. How many times have you heard that about how many different people? And it's like, what the fuck difference does it make? Your back pocket wrestling is as good as the tree in the forest falling if no one is around to hear it. But with Sean, somebody heard that tree. All right. As usual in RWS, we are starting out with our one and only ladies fight. Oh, Gennaro Di Maio is fighting again. I remember him. I cannot believe that Tim Schlappbach is not a champion in this organization at this point. Like, Tim Schlappbach, if RWS has an equivalent of hotshotting, Tim Schlappbach should be the dude they hotshot. Mongkon Lek. All right, tonight's main event is the Featherweight World Championship. Chiabkard versus Narak. Again, Narak, another video game boss name. And then we have our banger fight, as always, as well. 7 fights on the card for tonight. World Series. All right, Cow Swai. Lady number 1. I like her dude holding the Thai flag behind her like, yeah, we're in Thailand. That's what that flag is. And where is she from? Lucille Copy. Oh, she's from Germany. And this is her debut in RWS. She's wearing the German flag like a cape. Captain Germany. How old is this girl? Jesus Christ, she looks young as fuck. Not 13 years old young, thankfully. Or then, what's her name? The the commentator, Sarah Gozen. Sarah Gozen would come and knock her out if she was 13, but both these ladies looking young. That's Thailand for you. As soon as they hit preschool, get them in the pit. Get them in the ring. Get them in the cage. All right. Cow Sway versus Lucille Copy. Teaches us part of gym classes. True, brother. Exactly. First, you're going to climb the big rope. Second, you're going to run the track. Third, you're going to punch your fellow student in the face. They have it set up like, like the stations. It's like you station number 1, you do like 10 sit-ups. Station number 2, you do a couple push-ups. Station number 3, you wrap your hands. Station number 4, start punching each other. Thursday is teep lessons, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you're ready for teep lessons. No notes. No notes will be accepted from parents or doctors. I love that as just a concept in general. A gym teacher who does not accept notes. What the fuck is this? No. Dr. Kramer, doctor these nuts. Get in the ring. Since 1945, Rajadamnern Stadium has been here to give us Muay Thai. God bless you, RWS and Rajadamnern Stadium. 1945, people. Crazy to think that we are going to see 100 years of RWS, or excuse me, of Rajadamnern Stadium at least. We're going to see 100 years of RWS. No, of Rajadamnern Stadium. RWS is separate. We're going to see 100 years of Rajadamnern Stadium within our lifetime. "100 years of beautiful tradition. From Moses to Sandy Koufax." That's something else. You're goddamn right I'm living in the fucking past. All right, who's dancing better? Cow Soy doing the Dragon Swan. Lucille doing the little two-step. These dance moves have to have names, right? That's a CTE question. I bet you CTE knows all the names of these dances. I do like that one. I like the little two-step to the side where they go like that. They do like a lateral. Yep, see, she's doing it right now. All right, Lucille has concluded her dance. Cow Soy finishing up now as well. Even on the dance moves, I would say. Let's see if we get a lady beanbag in this fight. That would be a nice way to start this thing off. I mean, if history has taught us anything, hopefully we'll at least be in for a Tim Schlopbach beanbag. We call that a Schlopbachen. You've just been Schlopbached. Say, like, you got mail. Like old school AOL. What the hell am I talking about? I don't know. Just rambling right now. Thank you guys for being here and listening to all my stream of consciousness bullshit tonight. Bia Suwanit is here. Where are our ring girls? What happened to the ring girls? They don't feature them on the broadcast anymore. Hurts my heart. I haven't seen my girl Wilmette. Feels like forever. I'm sure she misses me. Yes, Bia Suwanit, I am ready. Look at all those happy people in the crowd. I missed the dance cam. This is Muay Thai, and this is Rajadamnern. All right. Cow Soy is 20 years old. She is 26, 10, and 1. Off to a good start. I mean, off to a standard start, I guess I should say. I mean, 10 losses, not too great when 26 is on the other side. But all good. She could go on a massive win streak now. Let's see if she beats the newcomer over here, Lucille. Lucille has messed my mind up. I really love her. That's Frank Zappa, folks. If you are not hip to Frank Zappa, do yourself a favor. Listen to Joe's Garage. Great record. Carlos W. V doble, amigo. Viva España. Yes, I heard about that. I heard about that indeed. Felicidades, amigo. I mean, from what I understand, Spain is not Peru, but Latin America all the same. So, congratulations. All right, fights underway. Cow Soy versus Lucille. Cappy, the German. I didn't see her record. Damn it. Oh. All right. Lucille catching kicks. And tossing kicks back and forth. Oh. All right. Yep, they're working. I got Spanish background from my father's side. Okay, all right, fair enough. Then you have a legitimate claim to the World Cup. Congratulations. Yeah, good deal. Yeah, as someone who is not interested in football and really only heard about the World Cup from you guys in the chat, great that Spain won. Would have been nice if America won on U.S. soil. That would have been cool. But if they were not going to win, then very happy for Spain. Certainly need a bounce back after Ilya's loss, Inside leg kick there for Lucille. Yeah. Spain was licking their wounds after the White House card. All right. That was a fine little first round, I guess. Neither of these ladies very technically proficient, I would say. But good two-way action. Fine first round of the card. Spain having a bad time in UFC and F1 right now. Happy they won the World Cup, especially versus Argentina. Why especially versus Argentina? What's wrong with them? But Gaston Bolaños won recently, so at least there's that for Spain. Right? Didn't Gaston Bolaños win his last fight? I think he did. I'm right about that, right? Gaston Bolaños? All right. Cowsoy wins round 1. Oh, he's not. Gaston Bolaños is Peruvian. My bad. I thought he was from Spain. Shit. But he did win recently. Yeah, he beat Michael Aswell. God damn it. Who's the Spaniard I was thinking of? Fuck. Not Bareth. He has not won recently. No, the other one. Oh, maybe I was thinking of Yoel Alvarez or Joel Alvarez. It's fucking Chase always calls him Yoel Alvarez. His name is not Yoel Alvarez. Yoel Romero is named Yoel Romero. His name is Joel. Because if it was the Spanish pronunciation of Joel, it would be Oel, right? Jay's making Y sounds? I don't know. Either way, Joel Alvarez also not doing great lately. Because he's top Toro. No, that's Alberto Montes, who got beat upon just like Ilya. Looks like him in the face. Looked like him in the fight, taking massive damage. At least Ilya had the good sense to fucking shoot. I cannot wait to talk about that fight. What the fuck was that guy thinking? Nice body kick for Cowsoy. Ilya did better than Montes. Oh, yeah. I mean, Ilya nearly finished in the second. Montes ain't do shit in that fight. Except get beat upon. I mean, he did a little in round 1. But, I mean, I will never, ever abide by the idea that he was that he was adhering to a gentleman's agreement that he made on Instagram. If that's true, that is some of the dumbest shit I have ever heard. Watching live, I thought those round 2 body shots were going to be the end. Same. Yeah. I had said that if he had stood him up, he might have been able to finish it. You know how big of an advocate I am for standing up a hurt opponent. You hurt him to the body like that, take a step back, look at the ref and tell him, stand him up. Ooh, all right, Lucille with the knockdown. You calling it a slip? Bullshit. All right, Lucille still getting the win of the round. We're going to get a judgment round here. Nice. Montez, yeah, true. That is a good point. Montez did get the flash knockdown, but then he got knocked down, twice in that round too, right? I think he got knocked down twice in that round. I got to go back and rewatch that one. But, yeah, they both had knockdowns in that first round. I'm sure that some referees would have stopped that fight in that moment. Yeah, it's a good point too. For sure. Yama is the #1 alumni of Stand 'em Up U. Exactly. Absolutely. Call me Professor Thinker over here. Lesson number 1, step back, stand 'em up. Because think about it. Think about it logically here. The shots that dropped Justin in that moment were body shots. You've seen many liver shots. You know what a liver shot does to the body. Shuts off the lights, turns off the switch, even if momentarily. So think about it like this. He hits him to the body like that, rocks him bad enough that he winces and falls over. He steps back. He says, ref, stand him up. You know, Mark Goddard's there. He says, stand up. If Justin was still in that hurt state, he might not have been able to stand up. Could have been a whole different fight. Could have been a whole different outcome. Even round 1, he got outstruck and took more knockdowns. I forget how many they officially counted. I gave Tommy 2. Yeah. I think it was 2. But of course, I haven't gotten that far into the card yet on my rewatches. I think I left off at the fucking Elliott versus Anderson fight. Let me tell you, can't wait to rewatch that one. That's a quality rewatch coming. Seeing Ezra Elliott lay on top of Damian Anderson for 3 rounds. To stand him up, you teach have classes with Professor Guns on how to shit talk while you stand them up. I mean, that's advanced level. That's 102. That's the AP classes. Yeah, that's the AP classes. You have to graduate to that. But when you graduate stand 'em up you, Cameron Smotherman comes in to get mad about it and then gets carted out of the cage. That's your graduation ceremony right there. Ground and pound would have been the better option. No, it wouldn't have been. Because he tried that. That's literally what, if you go back and rewatch the sequence, what happened was Ilya goes down to the ground with him, starts trying to ground and pound a little bit, but he's already tired. Then he goes into the grappling sequence thereafter. Rick Allen, you don't like MMA, Rick. You don't like MMA. We get it. Made it to my favorite stream of the week, Lachlan. Thank you. Thank God for Lachlan. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, decent little ladies fight going on right now. It's 1-1 in this fight. That was pretty even third round too. Lovely. Rick, if the card sucks, then don't watch it. How about that? How about that instead of coming in and complaining every fucking time? Every time Literally every card. This card sucks. This card sucks. We get it. You don't like the cards. There's a million other promotions to go watch. How about watching some of the Japanese stuff? Instead of darkening my fucking doorstep every time that I'm live to tell me this card sucks, this card sucks, this card sucks. Maybe you just don't like the UFC product. Go watch Deep, bro. Go watch Ryzen. See people get kneed in the fucking skull. Go watch Fury FC and see Cameron Smotherman get carried out of the cage. I'm not letting it go. That's fucking hilarious. All right, let's see who won this fight. It was 1-1 going into the third. I think it's probably going to go to Kaosuai. Unanimous decision. Hey, John, how are you? Oh, shoot, they gave it to the German. Let's go, Lucille. They call her Big Bronx Copy. That's her new nickname for me. R.I.P. to the legend Fred the Godson. R.I.P. Fred. Miss you forever, brother. If you never heard Fred the Godson when he was around, Fred the Godson was a fucking legend. Still is a legend. I miss Fred. Great guy, too. Glad I got to meet him. Maybe they need to figure out the situation at heavyweight and do better fights like Aspinall versus Jones. Yeah, they were trying. If you don't remember that, find a way to make the relevant fights happen. Well, there is some truth to that. We talked about that a little bit on the McGregor Forever review. I was talking about the Khabib and Conor fight, saying that it was nice at that time that the organization was actually able to make a relevant fight that should happen. So I do agree with you there. That there is some truth to the fact that we did not get Ilya versus Islam when that was relevant. We might get Ilya versus Paddy now. So maybe there's some relevance there. Tom versus Jones was the one that I brought up as well. Yeah, it does feel like recently we have been denied some of the fights that would make the most sense from a fan's perspective. But there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, man. Especially nowadays with some of the higher level fighters, you know. A lot of money involved, a lot of circumstances. 330 isn't very good. What is on 330? Let me take a look at 330 real quick. All right, UFC 330 is... I mean, you've got Islam and Ian in the main event. It's going to be a competitive fight. You got Mackenzie Dern and Jillian Robertson. I like that fight. I know a lot of people are probably saying, oh, women. You know, I think people who hate women's MMA should probably try to touch a woman at some point in their lives. You've got Erin Blanchfield versus Jasmine Jasdavicius. This is a good card. This is a fine card. Oh, God damn it. Where'd it go? Just went away. I wasn't done with you yet. All right. Jeff Neal versus Chidi and Njokuani. Vicente Luque versus Tresean Gore. Yeah, Neil Magny versus Ramiz Brahimaj. That's a good fight. Turner versus Kue Fernandez. Probably going to be a nice knockout for Jalen Turner. Mansour Abdul Malik versus Dustin Solsfus. That's a sleeper banger right there. Barbosa versus Ribovics. Come on, people. This is a fine card. Miktabek Oralby getting a layup with Jeremiah Wells. Nothing wrong with 330. Instead of doing absolutely irrelevant shit like Conor versus Max, it wasn't even for a title and it was a main event. What a joke. It's Conor McGregor, brother. Conor McGregor is his own belt in his own mind, or was. That's going to be the interesting thing to see what happens with all of that now. I agree with Chael Sonnen. I can't imagine that Conor has the negotiating power anymore after that. They need to pay what it takes to make Jones come back. They didn't offer him enough money. Simple as what? Now, I mean, I agree that fighters should be paid more, but you know that Jones was offered a fine amount of money. Jones didn't want to come back. Jones could have been paid any fucking number of amounts of dollars and still wasn't going to come back. He wants legacy. He doesn't care about the money at this point if it's not astronomical. And even if it is astronomical, he probably still would find a way out of that fight. Be interesting to see what happens now, though. You know, Tom Aspinall getting poked in the eyes now has this reputation as being a quitter. But if John Jones is to be believed, which I think that he is probably being honest in that moment, big stretch to think that he is ever honest, but he didn't know he was being filmed with the meta glasses. So I got to believe that the arthritis in his hips might actually be legit. Jones wants boxer money, so pay him boxer money to make the relevance fights happen. If you offer Jones enough money, he will say yes to it. He wants boxer money, so minimum 25 to 30 million. Well, the only reason that I give that any credence is the fact that they're giving boxer money to boxers in the UFC. I mean, in Zuffa boxing. So there is some legitimacy to that now. If you're giving $15 million to Conor Benn, I think the least you can do is give $15 million to, your greatest fighter of all time. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there is some legitimacy to that. Yeah, I mean, sure. Like some cards are not going to be better than others, but to say that it's not a good card in and of itself is not true, in my opinion, John. So it's like, yeah, I mean, you can compare the cards and say one is better than the other, but fucking pizza with fucking pepperoni on it and pizza with sausage on it, both good to me. You know what I mean? I prefer pepperoni, but I'll take sausage. Don't clip that. Jones coming back feels the same as McGregor coming back. Both had a bad injury, then came back against people that didn't matter, Stipe and Cowboy. Jones might come back and flop like Conor just did. Yeah, Jones doesn't want to come back. Like I was sick of that conversation fucking years ago. I don't need or want any of these guys that were great years and years and years ago back at all anymore anyway. I have moved on. The sport has moved on. Everybody, I don't understand this mentality from people who cling to the old versions of fighters like they're going to stay, fucking in suspended animation. 2016, we're going to relive 2016 with Conor McGregor. No, the fuck we're not. We never were. It's such I don't get it. You get older, the fighters also get older. The world changes, circumstances change. Why do people care so much about seeing guys who were once great still fight? Accept that time marches on. How about supporting the next generation of great fighters? Instead of fucking riding the nuts of people that you saw get knockouts in 2016. RWS athletes deserve 25 million. Bot? Fuck yeah, Lachlan. Tim Schlopbach certainly does, and I haven't even seen him fight yet today. That's what Yama Industries philanthropy is going to do. We're going to have the Yama philanthropic division of Yama Industries where we give out grants to quality Muay Thai fighters. If you have back-to-back beanbags in Muay Thai, which in Muay Thai you should do that, there's a grant with your name on it in the form of bot. At least do Aspinall gone. Book it ASAP. They are delaying. That shit's too long. I mean, Tom Aspinall literally just said that he has been cleared to fight and he can fight whenever. They're probably in the process of booking that. Conor is at best co-main event guy at this point. The organization is going to try to milk it for as long as they can, and people, apparently that card sold very well. So while I do agree that like the current era Conor is not, should not be considered the same guy, if he's selling, that's all the organization cares about. Fan perception doesn't matter, money matters. Jones turned down $30 million allegedly to fight Tom. I heard that was just a rumor, though. Yeah, he's definitely retired. Give me a break. Let's bring back Conor when he was a baby. Thank you, Carlos. Exactly. Get me Conor straight out of communion. Or fucking, baptism. That's what I meant. God damn it. Messed up my own joke. CTE, Yama is yelling. Yeah. Well, Rick Allen is in the chat. You know how that goes. Then come up to 35 or 40 million. Pay what it takes to make the fight happen. UFC Paramount has it. Oh my God. Whatever, dude. Don't pay John Jones anything. There you go. He's a roid cheat who beat his wife so badly his kids had to call the police. I don't want to see him in the UFC again or think about him getting more millions. Exactly. I already have to see him enough when he's in the corner smiling from ear to ear watching his sex offender protege, Gable Stevenson, get his wins. His fucking layups. Yeah. I'm John Jones'd out over here. And as I already said, how about supporting the next wave of great fighters? How about creating the next great fighter, as opposed to clinging to the ghosts of former greats? This should not be a hard concept to understand or grasp. I hate John Jones as a person, and I'm glad he's out of the sport. Let's keep it that way. I'm with you, brother. Lots of people are probably roid cheats. Everybody's on steroids. I pulled that for the most recent Yama video, and then I forgot to put it on the soundboard. I need to put that on the soundboard. God damn it, I forgot to put a fucking pen over here. Ugh! I've been meaning to put a pen here. And every time I forget. All right, Gennaro De Mayo is back. Our Italian stallion. They're getting away with it because there's no USADA testing anymore. There's drug-free sport, brother. We literally just saw Volkan Oezdemir get popped. They're still drug testing. Clinging to John may have already stunted Tom from being the next great. Not Tom's fault. That's the organization's fault. And that is why Tom should... Oh, we off to a good start in this fight. Stipe. Or Steph. Steve versus Gennaro. I'll break up the clinch. There we go. It's not hard to dislike women beaters and sex offenders. Yeah. Not for people with some semblance of a moral compass, I would say. Pro fighters tend to not be the nicest people in the world. There are some amazingly great people in this sport. That's such a fucking bullshit misconception and a cop-out. That is cope right there. Oh, they kick and punch each other for a living. They must be bad people. Like I said, Rick, you don't like MMA. You do not like MMA. I don't understand why you masquerade like an MMA fan. You are not an MMA fan. You shit talk the fighters and every fucking card. You are not a fan of this sport. Volk's literally the best dude. Thank you, Lachlan. Yeah, Everybody knows that notorious bad guy, Rich Franklin. Shut up. Yeah, Charles Oliveira. There's another great example. Going over to shake everybody's hand on every team, the most respectful guy on the planet. You know how you know Charles Oliveira is one of the greats, one of the great stand-up people of the sport? Because when he was in that video with all of those ridiculously attractive women on that Brazilian television show, never a wandering eye. That's a married man. He was there doing whatever the fuck he was doing for that TV show. Never heard a thing about that. You know? He went in there, he did all whatever the fuck he was doing with those ladies, went right back to his wife, never heard a peep about it. That's a loyal man right there. Some of them are nice, but plenty of them have checkered pasts. Yeah, I mean, sure. My point is we can be high and mighty about so many of them if we wanted to. It's not about being high and mighty. It's about recognize there's levels to it, man. I mean, there's it doesn't take a high and mighty person to say, yeah, it's not good to be a wife beater. It's not good to be a fucking steroid cheat in the sport. These are not high and mighty statements. They're just fucking legitimately decent people statements. Yeah, there are levels to it, sure. Is that where he's from, Madagascar? I was wondering where that flag was. Yeah. Nice, Lachlan. Yeah, sorry. Rick Allen has me crashing out, so I didn't hear the introduction for Stipe. Hey, Sam, how are you, brother? Thank you for coming back. Yeah, exactly. George St. Pierre, notorious woman beater. The only thing that George St. Pierre beats is the thought of alien abductions out of his own mind. Yeah, Bobby Knuckles. There you go. Another famous bad guy. Exactly. Exactly. The dozens and dozens of great people in this sport. That's another reason why it's such a bullshit argument. Oh, you're being high and mighty. The vast majority of the sport is good people, I would say. Yeah, there are a bunch of people who are not in the sport. It's probably a higher ratio than potentially certain other sports, maybe. Or maybe it's on par with other sports. I don't know. Either way, the point is that there are plenty of great people in this sport, and it doesn't take a high and mighty person to say, yeah, you shouldn't be putting hands on your fucking wife. Pretty easy thing to wrap your head around. Now that there's zero drug testing or USADA. Yes, there's zero drug testing now. It's the enhanced games now. Yeah, Rick is a troll, CTE. It's not even worth engaging sometimes. Crash out for nothing. 0 out of 10 rage bait. I got that flavor of autism where I know a weird amount about country flags. You need to impart that to Chase Parton, Lachlan. Chase Parton has flags of every nation and knows about 10 of them. That's his words, not mine. You would think that at this point Chase would have a great grasp on geography, but not so much. Shout out to Chase, man. I will be hanging out with Chase tomorrow night on the podcast, and you are certainly welcome to hang out with us. Yep, Drug Free Sport International. They caught at least 3 people I can name offhand. Yeah, absolutely. I literally just did a new video about it. Yeah, did you watch the latest video, Rick? Did you give the latest video a like? Do you actually support this channel in any way aside from coming around to be a nuisance? Oof. We might be getting a beanbag here, potentially. Nah, Gennaro's still in this fight. He's all right. Commentary's glazing. Ooh. It depends on the situation. For example, Dana put hands on his wife, but it was in self-defense because she hit him first. Okay. I don't think that's how that works. That's certainly not how that works in the conventions of modern society, sir. It's okay to put hands on your wife if it's self-defense and she hit you first. Jesus Christ, Rick. Do you ever ask yourself why you're single, Rick? I was so shocked learning Chase is bad at geography after seeing his stream background. That's what I'm saying, dude. Yeah, elbow was sick. Gennaro's a beast though, bro. At least, well, I take it back. Gennaro at least has a very good chin. Gennaro's tough. He's got the Marvin Vittori gene. Self-defense only applies when the option to leave isn't there. Dana could have turned and walked away. Yeah, or you neutralize. That's what I would. What I said about that situation is that as the man, you neutralize. If you need, if you're worried about her continuing to hit you, just bear hug her. Bear hug her and tell her to stop. If she keeps going or knees you or does something else, then yeah, you disengage and you fucking walk away. You support by dropping a dislike. Thank you, Rick. Engagement is engagement. Also, if you're actually threatened by a woman hitting you, then you should go to your doctor and get your T levels checked. I mean, there are some women who could be legitimately scary to be hit by, I would say, but you know, what I say is there's levels to that, right? I mean, look, if fucking Chris Cyborg's coming at you and she's laying on like crazy haymakers, I think there is potentially situations where self-defense is warranted, but like it's very select cases. And getting slapped, you know, a typical woman slap is certainly not one of them. Guess you let women beat the shit out of you because it's an honorable thing to do. No, you fucking leave. You disengage. Yeah, there you go, Bleeding Edge. Exactly. Gabby Garcia. Perfect example. But honestly, though, speaking of Gabby, you know that she was a victim of domestic abuse, and her husband was a lot smaller than her, from what I understand. So, you know, just because she's big doesn't mean that she's immune there. Le Breton from Madagascar. He's got the Wesley Willis going on. He's got the Buddha, mark of the Buddha in the forehead there. If a woman hit me, I'd put my hands up and walk away and never speak to that insane person again. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I thoroughly acknowledge that women should not be beating up on men either. And it is a double standard as far as how that all works out. But still, don't put your hands on women as a man. It's just fucking common knowledge. You're scared of Fatima Klein? There you go. Another good example. Yeah, Fatima Klein loads up on a head kick. I think you put your hands up. UFC women, for sure, I'd be terrified. But any woman I date, I am not worried about hitting me. Might be fun. Yeah, I never understand that whole weird fucking hurt me, you know, fucking kink thing. Does not. I don't fuck with that. But to each his own. If a random drunk woman decides it's my time outside a bar, I'm going to clinch and maybe trip her, then walk away. Exactly, CT. Clinch up. That is the tried and true. Bear hug. Arms over arms. You overhook her on both sides. Never forget Juliana Pena got 10-7 by her coworker at a McDonald's. You know? I mean, I don't know if you probably should never take anything that Sean Strickland says too true, but count that as a slip. He's saying no. All right. See, I told you Gennaro is better than that. Gennaro he's not an easy guy to kill over here. Ooh, good connection there. A nice body kick. Good fight between these two. But yeah, Sean Strickland was saying that, he's like, yeah, like no woman can beat up a man, basically was what Sean Strickland said. He said 90% of the women's roster gets beat by the average man. Yeah, no, I agree. That is one thing about RWS that I do think is somewhat questionable, is that they're very selective about what they decide to call knockdowns. He literally got hit and then went down to the ground. How is it not a knockdown? Because the other option is a slip, is it not? He didn't slip. I think Sean overestimates the average American man. Isn't the average American dude literally obese and like 5'9" in most recent data? I mean, I don't know for sure, but sounds somewhat correct. Most average men can't bench 1.5x their body weight. True. That is certainly true. So, I mean, maybe you don't take it as the gospel, but, take the extremes out of the equation and meet in the middle somewhere if you want to believe that. Plus, what that does not take into consideration is grappling. I mean, how many high-level jiu-jitsu grapplers are there in the women's ranks? Average Aussie man is 6'4", bench 300. Tell your girlfriends. Are those your stats, Lachlan? We'll send Max Holloway's girl over to your side of the world. Obviously, you can defend her honor. It's Mr. Steal Your Girl, mate. Mate, I'm coming to the States to steal your girl, mate. 6'4", 300 pounds. Average American male is 5'9" and 199 pounds with a BMI of 29.4, so 0.6 pounds away from obese, says the CDC. Well, I'm glad to know that I am above average then. Thank you. But probably not too far off from clinically obese, but I don't think clinically obese, like, it's not a good indicator, because you could be certain stats and all muscle and still be considered obese by the strictest measurement of the scale. All right, our dude from Madagascar has won the fight, but shout out to Gennaro De Mayo, our Italian dream. Steph Malcolm Lebreton. Cool name. How is the average American male 200 at 5'9" and I'm 165 at 6'2"? American diet, sedentary lifestyle, fucking video games, I don't know. Oh, yes. All right, folks. Fuck the bullshit. It's Schlopbach time. Probably after a break. That, of course, concludes the prelims here. No beanbags yet. Many American men are a healthy 6 foot plus and 200 pounds plus easily, and then the outliers being 3, 4, 5, 600 pounds even. 600 pounds? I mean, that's a heavy outlier, bro. That's fucking like that's legitimate morbidity. That's like fucking like 600-pound life shit. That's very rare. But I would like to know how many people are over 300 pounds in the United States. That's interesting. Weight gets dragged up because healthy Americans want to be big, which is heavy, and then unhealthy are also heavy. That's what I was saying about the BMI not being a great indicator of health. I watched a whole show about 600-pound people. I know they exist, but it's exceedingly rare. It's exceedingly rare. I mean, that's not a normal thing. You don't see that often. You know what I mean? In the United States, it's not like you go walk down the street and you see a person that big ever. I mean, again, generally they are confined to their homes if they are that big. That's, there's no mobility there. 300 pounds is crazy. I genuinely think less of you if you're that obese. These are the things I worry about for Helena Cravar. Obviously, she is nowhere near that, but got to start somewhere. CDC says 2 to 4% are 300 plus pounds. 2 to 4%? 2 to 4% of the entire American population? Wow. More people than I would have thought. What about 600 pounds? What's the percentage of 600 pounds? It's got to, let me guess. I would say that it's got to be 0.0, probably 0.02. I'll say it's 0.02% is plus 600 pounds. Helena and I weigh the same amount, and she's supposed to be training all day, every day. Talk to Bleeding Edge about this. Apparently, I am completely wrong to think that Helena Cravar should be worried about her weight. Her conditioning is insane. As I said when we were talking about that, if her conditioning is insane and she still is that overweight, she has to be eating a massive amount. So there's a lack of discipline somewhere in her life. Those calories don't come from nowhere. Plus, she's 18 years old. I'm sure her metabolism is pretty good. There are so few, there's no official stats on 600-pound plus people. Interesting. Let's see here real quick as we are in break. How many? Oh, I can do it on my phone. What am I doing? How many people in the United States are over 600 pounds? Yeah, there's no exact official statistic. But federal survey groups of these individuals into broader severe obesity are class 3 obese categories. However, medical researchers estimate the number is in the thousands to tens of thousands nationwide. How could it be in the tens of thousands? That's got to be like the high estimate, dude. But even the idea of it being in the thousands is crazy to me. Hell yeah, Schlopbach is next. Brother, I have been waiting all night for this fight. Thinker can't believe women can be built like Helena Cravar. No, that is a misrepresentation. I can't believe that a woman who exercises regularly and is a high-level athlete can be built like Helena Cravar. Because, again, the weight has to come from somewhere. It's not the weight, it's the conditioning, unless she's going to be a Fluffy Hernandez type person. I mean, she kind of already is. Highest the CDC tracks is 400 pounds, and that's around 1%. God damn it. We are so cooked as a nation. It's about muscle and fat percentages. I mean, bro, yeah, the fat percentage is around her midsection. And again, I don't like to be like dissecting this young girl's weight, but I'm talking about a professional athlete here. Hell yeah. Dance cam music. Not seeing the dance cam, but I'm hearing the music. Oh, we just caught the tail end of it. I miss the dance cam song. Move your body, baby. Is Schlapbach what Dutch people call boxing? Yeah, Schlapbach is RWS for get knocked the fuck out. You've just been Schlapbached. You like men's MMA more than women's MMA? We heard you. Honestly, been to America 5 times. You guys are on average are similar size to us, but you got some hogs on mobility scooters that we don't got. Yeah. Yeah, it is true. It is true. They do exist. They certainly do exist. 600 plus pound people are everywhere. I see like 3 different ones every day at work. What? Well, yeah, okay. In your job, I guess maybe. Yeah, you are a little bit of a unique case, Bleeding Edge. But I mean, I would think that 600 plus pound people, like they have to be confined to their homes mostly, right? How can they get around? You hate those things on mobility scooters? Those are human beings you're talking about, sir. They're human beings with severe problems. Those are mental problems at that point. That's an eating disorder. Y'all see the movie The Whale with Brendan Fraser? Good movie. I liked it. Look up Ilana Mar. That's peak female fitness. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, you can tell that she's muscular though. And I see why you bring her up, because she is like, she's kind of barrel, like not barrel chested, but like, she is thicker in her midsection, but like that's a tighter thickness. Like she's bulky, but you can tell that it's all compact. Like that's, yeah, that if Helena Kravar looked like that, then we wouldn't be having this conversation. I'd much rather date a chick who weighs 130 pounds than those 600-pound chicks. Wow, bold statement. The number doesn't matter. It's just about being healthy. Yeah, and again, it's about setting a precedent for yourself later on in life. She's 18 years old. 18 years old and already, looking like that there's a lack of discipline as a professional athlete. To the point, like I said, to the point that one championship fucking just allows her to miss weight and fight at open weight. They are enabling her. Size doesn't matter, it's how you use it. I've heard that before. Could never be me, but I have heard that before. I never saw The Whale, but for a year, Shane Gillis's 6-year-old nephew thought that he played that character without makeup. For a year, Shane Gillis's 6-year-old nephew thought he played. Shane Gillis's nephew thought that Shane Gillis was the guy in The Whale. Is that a real thing, or is that a joke from his act? Yeah, I'm trying to big dog us. Come on, man. I'm a comedian too. Look at that Marie Rumette finish. We saw that finish. We watched that fight live. Shout out to our Estonian queen. Marie, the Queen of Estonia. His nephew was fully convinced he was the whale. He told the story on his podcast and was very upset with how fat his nephew perceived him as. Damn. Fucking nephew roasting the fuck out of him.
Boom, roasted.
What's the chat's opinion of Blue Raz? Oh, yeah, I remember that conversation from Chase's chat. Yeah, I love Blue Raz. Blue raspberry is fucking delicious. I honestly don't know if I've ever met a person besides you who doesn't like blue raspberry. Of course, I've got a blue raspberry right now. Sour raspberry punch. You think it's an abomination? Why? I mean, granted, there is no such thing as a blue raspberry, so I do understand that. It's a concoction. It's like a chemical concoction, so I certainly get that. But that being said, it's a very tasty chemical. I think I also just answered why Americans are obese right there. That's the answer. It's an abomination because it's a fake fruit. Yeah. I mean, fair enough. I'll give you that. I certainly will acknowledge that, but it is tasty. And it makes for the best candy. Blue raspberry spits in the face of God. You might be getting me on your side. Fair enough. I mean, you guys can lead the charge to outlaw blue raspberry in Canada. Just watch people start flocking to the border. We're going to have to build a wall up there. Again, I always ask, what happened to build the wall? The wall magically disappeared from the talking points. You never hear about the wall anymore. It's true. Love me peach flavored things. I like certain peach flavored things, but I don't particularly like peach, like in general. I'm not a big fan of peaches as a fruit, and it's like select peach things I enjoy. I do like citrus a lot. Yeah, I that's all I drink, really. I drink Red Bull and sparkling ice lemonade. Specifically the lemonade. I don't really fuck with any other flavor, really. Lemonade and strawberry lemonade. Those are the two I drink. Occasionally I'll do lemon lime, but still within the same wheelhouse, you know? Peach and watermelon are the best flavors. Watermelon flavored things, but I do not like watermelon, like the fruit. I really don't like watermelon. Something about it's a consistency thing, I think. I don't like the way that it like melts in your mouth. It's so something weird about it. I never used to think that I was a consistency person. You know, there's like people who don't like banana for that reason. I like bananas. I eat bananas all the time. But yeah, watermelon does that to me. I don't like it. It's like eating fruit water. It's just not satisfying. Mango is good if the flavor isn't too fake. Now, a fresh mango is good. I will give you that. That's a fruit I do like. Fruits that I like, apples. Pineapple is my favorite. Grapes, green grapes. I love green grapes. Strawberries, raspberries, blueberries. Mangoes, as we said. I'll fuck with an orange every once in a while, but I don't like all the little like skin that's on it sometimes when you peel it and it's like that little silver skin. Hey, Didgeridoo Dave is here. What up, Didgeridoo Dave? G'day, mate.
W.
Didgeridoo Dave. Apples are so unbelievably overrated. Certain varieties of apples. I prefer Granny Smith specifically. Because I do agree with you about like most red apples, I think, are probably a little overrated, but Granny Smith apples, super goated. I fuck with a lychee, yo. Lachlan with the based fruit knowledge. Lychee is good shit, dude. Definitely. Also, no pun to your neck of the woods, but kiwis also very delicious. The technical term for the white stuff on an orange is it's lingerie. Is it really? Is that one of those things? Is that one of those little funny, little known facts? What do you think of coconuts? Yeah, no, don't like coconut. I like very, very, very specific coconut flavored things, but not coconut, the actual fruit. Don't like coconut, don't like coconut water. You're allergic to most fruit? What happens when you eat fruit? The only good apples are Honeycrisp. Honeycrisp are good, but Granny Smith, come on, man. You got to get hip to game, bro. Plus, the other good thing about apples is that apples keep for a very long time for a fruit. That's something about apples that I really appreciate because, got to make every dollar count when it comes to the food budget. So I buy like 5 apples and keep them in the crisper. And then it's like I always have emergency apples on hand. Super necessary. Love coconut, but I've never just sat down and eaten one. Yeah, they're not exactly an accessible fruit, Bananas, love bananas. Yeah, I usually, the only thing that sucks about bananas is that they do not keep very long. I used to buy bananas by usually like 6 to a bunch. But by the time I was on like 5 and 6, I was always like, damn, these are really pushing it as far as like being okay to eat. So now I buy them in bunches of 4. 4 days, I think, is the limit on bananas because I usually eat 1 per day. Start my day off with banana for breakfast. No idea why people like coconut water. I think it was like a trendy thing for a while. All good down here. I picked 5 of 5 yesterday on Verdict. Hell yeah, dude. Can't see our league scores, though. Yeah, no shit. Verdict, the fucking great in concept, terrible in reality app. Strawberries are among my favorite for sure. But green grapes are like, I love those so much. I always have green grapes in the house. How many perfectly ripe blueberries could you eat in one sitting? I got 1,000 in me. I would probably say that if I was pushed to the limit, it might be around that. If I was pushing it to the absolute limit, I think I could probably eat 1,000 blueberries in a sitting. If I eat fruits like peaches, kiwis, apples, and plum, the inside of my mouth starts itching. Interesting. I have that with sunflower seeds. Yeah, I have a very mild sunflower seed allergy. With the exact same side effect or reaction rather. 250 on my absolute worst day. I could consume infinite raspberries. Hydra is the infinite raspberry glitch. 2 day in there bad? Do you think 2 days? Yeah. Well, this is the thing, Jeremy, is usually I pick the ones in the store that are still like green if I can. I try to get them when they are just before being ripe so that I have a little bit extra leeway. Blackberries are criminally underrated. I agree. I like blackberries. Kind of rare in the supermarket around here. You don't see them all the time, but also another goated fruit, cherries, bro. Cherries are fucking goated. Did I just miss? No, Bleeding Edge. These are replays. They're showing replays. We're on the break right now. We're waiting for main card to start. You were here for RWS 200, weren't you? I love having my grizzly bear breakfast of raspberries, blackberries, honey, and smoked salmon. That is legitimate grizzly bear breakfast. Who the fuck has salmon for breakfast? I don't think I've ever heard that before. A salmon for breakfast? I don't dislike it. I've never heard it before. Japan sells a 7-day banana pack. The first days is yellow and they progress in ripeness, the 7th one being green. That's a great idea. Yeah, we're watching the replay, and we were on break right now. What do you think of pomegranates? I don't know if I've ever had a pomegranate before, like a fresh one. I like the flavor's good. I've had it in like drinks before. All right, we're starting main card here soon. We're getting the introductions going, or introduction to the card, that is. Have you had blood oranges? Those are so good. Yeah, I think so. Steak for breakfast? Some man shit right there. That's a billionaire breakfast. Oh, fuck yeah, Tim Schlapbach time. Oh, I cannot fucking wait. Get ready for a beanbag. Oh, and he's fighting a fucking dude from Norway. Oh, be still my heart. I have to see a Norwegian get knocked out by the goat. Smoked salmon, avocado, cream cheese on sourdough is goated for breakfast? Damn, that sounds amazing. That's a crazy combination, but I fuck with it though. Plus sourdough bread, the best bread. Seafood for breakfast is goated? Damn, dude. Seafood for breakfast? I mean, we were talking about salmon, but my mind went to shrimp. Still, awesome idea. It's good protein and not too heavy in your stomach. Dude, I fuck with it, bro. Yeah, good point, Bleeding Edge. I didn't think about that. Yeah, lox is salmon, isn't it? Yeah, you make a good point with that. True. Yeah, I didn't put two and two together on that one, but you are right. My breakfast is usually only like once a month or so on my off days when my first meal is at 1 p.m. Huh. Yeah, I usually don't eat like a breakfast. Generally, it's just a banana and like a handful of, pretzels or whatever the fuck. Just like a small little snacky kind of thing. I was saying the other night, locks on everything bagel is goated. Yeah, definitely true. Chase Parton in the chat. Backroom's done. Oh, backroom's done. You give it a 7? Okay. Not bad. 7 is a solid score. Bagels taste like a stale flavored donut? I don't get bagels, bro. You have not had a good bagel if you think that bagels taste like a stale donut. Actually, before we get into the fight, I'll show you what a good bagel is like. Hold on. My folks just brought some bagels over to me. This is what a bagel should be like right here. Oh, look at these guys, both plain today. Oh, no poppy seed this time. Hold, please. Nothing stale about these babies. Oh, so fluffy. So this right here, it's all pillowy. You feel that pillowiness there. And you see the rip. Look at the rip. Boom. Just like that. It's firm enough, but crumbly and chewy. Absolutely delicious. Nothing stale about that. That is a quality bagel. I got to put these back out of my reach or I'm going to eat the whole fucking thing. I already had dinner. God bless the bagel shop that opened up by my family. God damn it. Now there are crumbs all over my computer desk. All right, putting the bagels off to the side. Bagels are legitimately goated. I'm actually saving those bagels. I got to go buy myself some cream cheese. I'm doing it properly with those ones. Definitely have not had a good bagel. Brother, trust you need to. You need to have a good bagel in your life, brother. Of course, Yama got the bagel ball knowledge. Bro, that is one thing about the culture that I certainly fuck with. That was one thing about growing up in that kind of a household that was very, very clutch. Yes, yes, I know a good bagel when I see one. When I was in New York last time, I had a couple good bagels while I was up there. I told you my favorite travel story of all time. When I went to New York to go see the Go Team, I went to New York, saw the show, single day in New York. The first thing I did when I touched down in New York City, straight to a bagel shop. Plain bagel, cream cheese, sat on a stoop and ate the fuck out of that thing. Oh my God, I just noticed Yamacat in the background creeped. Oh, yeah. He's a specter sometimes. He's playing Batman right now. He's watching over the city up on his perch back there. Yeah. He's a good little boy. Waking me up at fucking 6:30 in the morning. My sourdough rolls were a big hit at the Thanksgiving luncheon yesterday. Yo! Hell yeah. How was it, Didgeridoo Dave? You have a good time? Yamacat made a front and center appearance at the start of the stream. He's a star tonight, yeah. Rare Yamacat sightings. In fact, if you watch the most recent video that I did, you can see him in the background a little bit. I always think that's kind of fun. Every time that I rewatch when I'm doing the editing, I'm like, oh, there he is. He's always doing something. Please ship me some sourdough cinnamon rolls. I'll trade you for some strawberry and orange cello. I don't have anything. Well, I already did. I said, Didgeridoo Dave got a shirt. The least I can get is some goddamn rolls sent across the ocean. But yeah, Didgeridoo Dave does not send actual rolls. He just sends starter. Still a very kind gesture. And if you are so bold as to actually go through with being a baker yourself, good starter. That's legit. San Francisco style? Nice, dude. Hell yeah. Yeah, big family style deal. I don't know if I ever told this story, actually, but when we were in San Francisco when I was young, we went to a Chinese restaurant in Chinatown out there, and we did not realize that, it was like the family style aspect of it. We all ordered meals as if we were ordering for ourselves. They brought out like this ridiculous amount of food. Like we were ordering like individual, as if we were getting individual portions. They brought out like family-sized portions times 4. It's just like massive amount of food when we went out there. But authentic Chinese food from Chinatown. Shit was fucking great. All right. We are about to watch Tim Schlopbach beat the fuck out of a Norwegian. This hurts my heart. Shout out to Mr. Rage Quit, brother. This has no bearing on the quality of the human beings in Norway. Trust that Tim Schlopbach will knock the fucking block off of most human beings, Norwegian or otherwise. What do you think about Tom Brady and Logan Paul setting up a match? What? Tom Brady and Logan Paul are fighting? Oh, in WWE? Oh, whatever. Who gives a fuck? I mean, I don't know. Tom Brady's might be pushing it as far as flipping around and doing all that acrobatic nonsense, but Logan Paul apparently is a pretty decent wrestler from what I hear. But yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. That's all WWE is now. Bring in your favorite celebrity and have them flip around a little bit and watch a million advertisements and brand every single thing ever. Bro, how is Tim Schlopbach only 11-0? This dude is the GOAT and he's only had 11 fights? This man needs to be hot-shotted immediately. If I gifted my girlfriend a sourdough starter, she'd probably cry happy tears. Well, get her a sourdough starter, and that's like, give a man sourdough bread, he eats for a day. Give a man's girlfriend a sourdough starter, he eats sourdough for life. I got Chinese food for the UFC card with my buddies, but I just saw it as food. Yet another glimpse into how Chinese my mind is becoming. Yeah, there are no Chinese restaurants in China. Exactly. You mean a restaurant? Kongsberg, Germany. What a hard town name. Where are you from? Kongsberg, bitch. This dude is a 4-time Norwegian Muay Thai champion. I did not know that they had Muay Thai in Norway. IFMA Nordic champion. I don't know. This might be the actual competition for Tim Schlappbach. Let's see. What's this guy's name again? Oliver Hansen. I'm Oliver Hansen. Take a seat over there. Have yourself a glass of lemonade. We have your chat logs here. You said, I'm going to punch you and teep you in the stomach. Oh, inside leg kick just took out Hansen off rip. All right, fight is underway, of course. All right. Clinching up. Active clinch over here. Jesus. All right, they break. Oof, big elbow from Schlappbach. Hansen answers back. Nice kick up top for Hansen. Oh. Man, he is letting this clinch go because these guys are getting wild in the clinch. 2 cats in a sack. Oh, Tim whiffs on the high kick. Ooh. Couple nice connections. Nice knee from Hansen. Nice knee back from Tim. They are real active in the clinch. I appreciate the ref letting the clinch go when it's this active. Super middleweight. Bro, they are fighting super close range, too. No room to work over here. Yeah, exactly. I agree. Exactly. I'm like glad they let the clinch work go on for sure. Oh, nice connection. Oh, Oliver bleeding now. Of course he is. He's fighting Tim Schlappbach. Of course he's bleeding. Some would say he's on the bleeding edge. Oliver's eating those elbows. I mean, Tim's taking a couple of shots himself. Yeah. Nice teep there for Oliver. Oliver got no fear in his heart, man. He is perfectly comfortable taking damage to give it. All right, they break again. Yeah, these clinches have been active. Oh yeah, Tim Schlappbach's cauliflower popped, it looked like. Or at least a little blood coming out of the ear one way or another. Oh, nice elbow from Hansen. Damn. Tim looked a little bit shaky off of that for a second. That was heavy. I don't know. This might be Hansen's round. Oh, yeah, blood on the forehead from Tim now as well. Oh, he got cut. Yeah, that elbow cut him. Oh, Tim is Schlappbachen over here. Tim has been Schlappbached. Oh, Tim dropped him. Schlappbacht. Oh, Jesus. Look at the blood coming off of Oliver now. This is a Schlappbach fight, people. This is why Tim Schlappbach is must-see TV. This is must-see Muay Thai. Look at this dude. Oliver is fucking covered right now. They're both bleeding bad. Let's fucking go, dude. This is what you come to see. What does elbow taste like? You can't reach yours, brother. Go over to RWS. You can eat as many as you want. You'll get a taste. You're getting slop boxed bad? Both of them. This is a two-way slop boxing over here. Bleed for the people, brother. I'd love to see it. Love to see it. You know? A lot of times in RWS, even when we get some good beanbags, you don't necessarily see the blood, but you'll love to see it when you do. Just bleed, baby. Oh, yeah, they gave it to Oliver. You know, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. But Schlotbach needs to come back. That's crazy, though, that Tim got the knockdown and they still gave it to Oliver. They didn't count it as a knockdown. Or, you know, of course they didn't count it. Yeah, this Viking is definitely tough, for sure. Look at the mitt full of Vaseline in Tim's forehead. Yo, yeah, Jesus, look at that fucking cheek, bro. Oliver's cheek is open to shit. What do we think of Colby versus Armin? What I said in the Discord is that, like, yeah, it's cool that it happened because it's unexpected for Colby to get the win or whatever, but like it's wrestling, so I don't particularly care. I mean, or I don't particularly think that it's like an indicator of anything greater. Yeah, that dude, I think all of the cuts are nasty. Like right now on both of them. Because we didn't see how bad the cut in the forehead was for Tim, but you saw how much Vaseline. Look at fucking his hair is matted. They literally did the fucking baseball mitt of Vaseline. Yeah, we're gonna have to see how long they let this fight go on with a cut like that. RWS is pretty quick to stop fights over cuts. Nice knee for Oliver there. Would be crazy if they stopped this fight over a cut when Oliver's up one round. Yeah, he is really, like, he goes quickly into the clinch, but he makes it worth his while. The glob of doom. Oh, brother. If there is one thing that the Thai know how to do, it is stop a cut with a fucking metric ton of Vaseline. We call it the baseball mitt. That cut on the cheek, there was no way they were stopping that thing. All right, Oliver whiffs, laughs it off. Ooh, nice connection for Oliver, though. Tim with a good one. Back into the clinch. I appreciate the active clinching from Oliver, but I would like to see a little bit more sustained striking. But he is landing, dude. Oh, Tim goes to the ground real quick. Just trip. That's an actual trip. The glob of glory. Hell yeah. The glory glob. Do you think Dern versus Robertson will end in a finish? Nah. No, probably not. They're gonna be grappling the fuck out of each other. They're both high-level grapplers. I don't think either one's gonna actually find the finish. I mean, is it possible? Sure. Yeah, it is. Oh, nice spinning elbow from Oliver. Yeah, it's possible that it ends in a finish, but I don't think it's likely. Oof. Oh, another nice elbow from Tim in close range. Tim got him in the corner now. Oh, why'd you clinch, Tim? Yeah, Oliver did the smart thing and trotted himself out of the corner. Battle of the booty with these two? What? Battle of the booty? Oh, with those two. I thought you were talking about this fight. I was like, Tim Schlotbach? Oh, okay. Sorry, Jeremy. Yes, you are right. I mean, I don't know. Jilly's not like packing that much, but Mackenzie's got enough for both of them. Man, This fight is going. Yeah, Oliver loving it. Oliver definitely proving that he belongs, man. Looks like Tim's got a new little trickle of blood coming down. Was Dern versus Jan Jaroba a good fight? I don't remember much of it. I thought it was pretty good. That's fucking funny, dude. Yes, this fight goes incredibly hard. Yeah, this is worth, bro. This should have been the banger fight. I don't know why they don't have Tim Schloppbach in the banger fight. Every fight he has ever been in RWS that we have seen has been a banger. I'm telling you, him and Kanesack, my two favorite RWS fighters. Then, of course, Marie Vermette is in there somewhere. And obviously D-Rod. Yeah, this is the banger fight before the banger fight. We have a judgment round! 1-1, baby! Third round takes it. Who wants it more? Also, why does Tim Schloppbach look like Cody Durden in the face? I just noticed that. Judgment round! Down, 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 down. I love a judgment round. Bro, look at that glob. Bro. They literally emptied the Vaseline container on his forehead, my dude. Don't fight like Cody. Yeah, for real, for real. Yeah, he said, if I have to look like this guy in the face, I'm going to do everything I can to set myself apart from him. All right. Touch it up. Final round. Who's going to take it? Who's going to take it, people? If this Norwegian can beat Tim Schloppbach, he might be the greatest Norwegian fighter that we've seen. He clinches up quick though, man. Yeah, now it's becoming defensive clinching. Yeah, Tim got an elbow through. Oh, that looked like a back of the head shot from Tim. Unintentional. Sometimes I take for granted how sick RWS is. Ooh, nice connection for Oliver. Holy shit. How did Tim eat that? Jesus. Yeah, I mean, the thing with RWS is that it is sometimes hit and miss as far as the quality of the fights go. We have seen cards where it's been very few beanbags and, not the greatest fights of all time, but there are, they give you plenty of reasons to keep coming back. What is happening? Oh, he knocked out the mouthpiece. Okay. All right. Mouthpiece gets knocked out. Yeah, they had to stop the clock. They always wash out the mouthpiece before putting it back in. Keep your mouthpiece in, Tim. All right, right back to it. And a tomahawk elbow there from Oliver. Oh, nice high kick. Just blocked by Tim. Oof. Man, you got to give this Norwegian credit, bro. This guy comes in full force at all times, except when he's clinching. Yeah, they are right. Oliver. Oh, hey, knee to a downed opponent. Luckily, it wasn't a crazy connection there. Oh, big right hand from Oliver. Tim's got to get active here, bro. Come on, Tim. Tim. Clock is ticking, Tim. Come on, my dude. We need something big. We need a Schloppbachen. Oh, there you go. That's a nice elbow. Oh, but why does he clinch? You got to sustain the striking. Oliver looking like he might be slowing down finally. Low kicks from Oliver. Oh, no. Kick to the nuts. Oliver fouling a good amount over here. Oof. Another good connection. They're talking about possibly adding a new weight class because of this fight. Yeah, no shit. This fight is great. Please make this weight class happen. Spinning back fist lands for Chiabkard. All right. That is a close round. I mean, Tim might have just edged it because Oliver slowed down towards the end, but that is a tough one to call. What are we thinking, chat? What are we thinking? Did Chiabkard do enough? Because, I mean, Oliver had a couple good licks in the early portion, but he was clinching up a lot. I think Tim might have taken it. I think he might have taken that round. Yeah, very impressive. Tim, but they both deserve a bonus. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Fight of the night bonus for sure. I've seen enough. I know, that's what I'm saying, man. That was a very close fight. It's like all of the metrics, they were very close. Active in the clinch, striking on both sides, bloodied up, dropped momentarily, both of them. I mean, you can pull out those same metrics on both sides of the card. Oliver landed like 2 big shots, and I think Tim had more sustained success. Definitely towards the end of the round for sure. Oh my goodness. I'm on the edge of my seat here. 29-28. Oh, Oliver took it. What? Oh my goodness. Well, you know what? I mean, I don't necessarily agree with it. I'm not super happy about it because I am a Tim Chiabkard super fan, but I'm not mad at it either. I'm not mad at it. Oliver is fucking dope, dude. Shout out to Norway, bro. He might be the best Norwegian fighter we've seen. Yeah, not even a split is crazy. I do agree with you on that. I can't imagine that all 3 judges saw it that way, but yeah, exactly. I'm exactly with it. I don't agree with it, but that was a banger fight. So yeah, I'd really like to know what in that 3rd round was the deciding factor there. I mean, maybe a couple of those early shots, perhaps, but I don't know. I don't agree with it, but we still ride for Tim Chiabkard always around here. And now we've got a new Norwegian king. So shout out to our dude, Oliver Hansen. Is Half Dead Frank watching Japanese kickboxing right now? All right, we're taking a short break to give out some shirts and play some music. Me! I want a t-shirt, Bias who want it. I want one. I'm so jealous that Lachlan got to hear the music live. I like both of RWS's songs. I've got to head off. Got to work tomorrow, but sick fight. Hope the rest of the stream is great. Thank you, CTE.
W.
Appreciate you, brother. Have a great day at work tomorrow, man. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hopefully we'll see you for the podcast, and if not, we'll see you in the next stream or in the comments of the video or wherever we see you next. But appreciate you always, man. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. Oh, the rare 3rd RWS song. The don't, that one. Say hello to that giant still for me is true, right? He just hangs out next to the still, chatting with it. All my friends say hello. Do 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 do. Oh yeah, Thailand versus Russia next. I was like, what did he just say? He said Thailand versus Russia, but he pronounced it Russia. Russia. All right, we are on. Oh, that was. He said we were taking a break. We didn't take a break. They pulled an audible on us. All right, we're gonna take a quick break. All right, break's over. PMI. PMI is back. Oh yeah, and Leonid Kostin. We've seen a lot of these guys before. It's almost like pro wrestling, you know? It's like you got your favorites and you get to see them fight somewhat regularly. Walking out to fucking Green Day. He is from Russia with love. He walks alone, just like Billy Joel Armstrong. Shadows, the only one that walks beside me. My shallow heart's the only thing that's beating. I remember when that album came out. That album was fucking amazing. I love that album still to this day. If you've never listened to all of American Idiot by Green Day, you are missing out. I also saw the American Idiot Broadway show. It was really good. I liked it a lot. Album is fun. Yeah, yeah. It is a great, great record. Ooh! Pet Summon versus Kane Sack, August 1st. Oh, baby. Kane Sack in a main event. Oh, co-main event. Petty versus Fetchin is going to be the for the flyweight championship of that card. That's a great card coming up. All right. Well, we certainly are doing Muay Thai Sunday for that one. I try to never miss a Kane Sack fight. But yeah, American Idiot is a fantastic record for sure, and the Broadway show was very good. It was very good. They actually had a fly section in that show. I was like, yeah, impressive. I had it as one 59-ish minute MP3 back in the day. That is kind of goated, bro. That is kind of goated to have the entire album as one MP3. That way you have to listen to the whole thing. I mean, I guess technically you don't have to, but that would be how I would do it. There are certain albums that I only listen to in their entirety. Generally my favorites. The most favorite of which, of course, being my absolute favorite album of all time, Crack the Sky by Mastodon. The greatest record ever made, in my opinion. That's why you see me wearing Mastodon shirts all the time. R.I.P. Brent. R.I.P. Brent. We miss you. All right. P-My dancing. He's a dancing machine over here. Kunseknoi versus Mungkornlek is next up after this fight. But first, we've got Leonid Kostin, excuse me. Hey! P-My versus Leonid. Do 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 do. All right, Bia. At least we still have Bia Swanted if we don't get our ring girls anymore. I miss our ring girls. What happened to them? Don't even see them walking in the background anymore. They might have phased them out. P-My is 47-19. 47 and 19 is what I meant to say. God, I am really not getting words out correctly right now. Expect nothing less from your boy. P-My. Yeah, Leonid Kostin is 12-2. All right, fight's underway. All right, P-My gets the teep to start off. Ooh, there you go. Nice uppercut from Kostin. Little shovel uppercut. Good connection there as well from Kostin. Kostin with some nice quick kicks. Fast with his feet. Ooh, nice body kick from P-My. All right, they clinch up. Oh, Leonid just shakes the clinch off. Nope. Don't need it. Leonid switching stances very fluidly here. Just bouncing between stances. Damn, Leonid with some fast hands right now. P-My needs to get active here. Leonid off to a good start. Nice teep. Oh, beautiful body shot. What a nice movement from Leonid. Slick sidestep into the body shot. Very nice. Nice high kick from Leonid. Nice body kick for P-My there. Leonid goes high again. Ooh, jeez. Big uppercut from Leonid. P-My's got to be careful, man. He is taking some shots. We got a good angle of that, too. That was a flush land. Oh, spinning kick to the body lands flush for Leonid. Yo, Pimai is getting touched, dude. I mean, Pimai's tough. He's eating it all right now, but for how long? Because Leonid is landing clean. Oh, Leonid with the big extended combo. Oh, Pimai bleeding now. Oh, another banger over here. Oh, Leonid, nice knees. Oh, Pimai with the counter, and it's a beanbag. What? Pimai, what?
Oh, that boy got a beanbag.
Ooh, that's a beanbag.
Bro, Pimai was getting fucked up, and he just one-shot knocked out Leonid Kostin. What? Oh my goodness. Holy shit. That is fucking wild. You screamed a little? Yeah. Welcome to the club, bro. Holy shit. Brother, what the fuck? Oh my God. What a crazy comeback knockout. He was getting fucked up too. I'm still a one device having pauper, no watch along device. Have a great day, brothers. Hey, Didgery Dave, I don't care how many devices you have, brother. You are always the man.
W.
Appreciate you being here. You have a great rest of your day as well. We will catch up with you soon. Hope you had a great time at Thanksgiving. Yeah, see, the commentary saying Pimai was eating all kinds of crazy damage and then just finds the shot. Oh, jeez. Inside elbow at close range. The amount of power he had to generate for that. Oh, God, show me this replay. Oh, yeah. Sent Leonid Kostin into the air like Alvin Hines. Yeah, exactly, Lachlan. Yes. Sent him flying like Goozy against RJ Harris. Took him out of his ankle wraps. Holy shit. That is, wow. Gotta love Muay Thai, bro. This is why we do Muay Thai Sundays. That was fucking crazy, bro. Damn, Leonid couldn't even make it for the ring announcement. Bro is still being attended to. They're gonna have to collect him in a bag. They're sweeping him into a bag to carry him off. Wow. Pimai. Pimai. All right. Send him to the front lines. He's done. Well, I mean, end the war and send him somewhere else. But I get where I get where you're going with that. I get the sentiment. Random white person. He looks like a dude I used to rap with. Hello, Thai lady. Look at these ladies. Hello, ladies. Peace from both those ladies. Ceiling graphics. Time for ceiling graphics. Oh, they're denying us ceiling graphics? Bro, we got some bangers coming up, dude. Pet Edge versus Fetachin. Petong Chai versus Sajad Satari. That's going to be a beanbag for Petong Chai. Chalam versus Yadkatanyu. Yadkatanyu. Bro, Pet Saman versus Kane Sack. That is fucking madness. I love it. Yeah. Unification fight between those two. Oh, yeah. Dam's fighting again. Fighting against Capitan. Hell yeah, Capitan. He's the Capitan of the team. Yeah, good fights coming up. Let's hope that this fight is good. Give us another beanbag, damn it. I've tasted beans and I want more. The Little War Chief is his nickname. Kunsuknoi. The Little War Chief. Mongton Lek. Mongkorn Lek. I love it. Oh, this is like a much anticipated fight from this guy. I guess he is a fan favorite. All right. Getting the tail of the tape here. Little weight miss, right? 164? 164? No way that 164. What did I just see here? What was this fight supposed to be at? Yeah, this is 120. Oh, it's at 126. The other dude was at 124. My bad. I was like, wait a second. 64? Where the hell was this? No fucking way. They circle like sharks. All right, finally a little actual dancing. Come on, guys. Put a little effort in here. Oh, that was it? No. Yeah. Come on, dude. Little war chiefs out here actually dancing. Munkorn Lek just did a little 1-2 move and then went straight to the corner. Not much of a dancer, I guess. Kunsuk Lek is his brother. Of the little warlord, that is. Ah, Munkorn Lek is a Pet Yindi star. We gotta watch Pet Yindi again. Very, very few beanbags on Pet Yindi, but still would be nice to watch it another time. Or get a new Muay Thai promotion. I've been saying we need to scout some new Muay Thai promotions. I need to talk to ChatGPT and ask what other channels do Muay Thai on YouTube. Or I could consult with Half Dead Frank. In fact, as we wait for this fight to start, I will do just that. Let's get the bat signal out to Half Dead Frank here. All right, Half Dead Frank has been consulted. And we are about to get this fight started. Mouthpieces going in. Bout number 3 of the main card. All right, Kunsuk Noi, brother of Kunsuk Lek. $97, 9-3. Oh, he's the former RWS Super Bantamweight champion. Kunsuk Noi. And the Pet Yindi star here, Munkorn Lek. $86-1. 86-1. Bro has lost 6 times and has fought 86 times, 87 times. So 7 non-wins out of 87 fights. Pretty impressive. All right, fight's underway. Let's see if he can get another win here. And I see you in the background, Wimelmet. Wimelmet is there. They just don't show the ring girls on the broadcast anymore. They must have wanted too much money for the broadcast rights. Oh, big step-in shot there for Munkhornlek. Oh, good connection with the kick from Munkhornlek. Nice elbow from Kunsuknoi. Man, they are trading. Oh, big step in elbow. Munkhornlek. Has him in the corner. Big elbow land. Oof. Another good connection. Munkhornlek off to a good start in this fight. Nice knee to the body for Munkhornlek. Nice catch of the kick and a counter kick to throw back. Munkhornlek looking real good in this first round. Yeah, Kunsuknoi needs to start actually landing some of his offense here. Put a little bit more out there as well. He's just on the back foot. Nice teep from Munkhornlek. Yeah, Kunsuknoi trying to get these elbows in, but Munkhornlek just takes the damage to get in there and bully him. He's just muscling him around, using his height to his advantage. Another nice knee to the body, Munkhornlek. Good round, man. I'd say that Munkhornlek definitely took it, but that was a good round, competitive. Commentary agrees with me. Munkhornlek had the more damaging shots. All right, Munkhornlek gets round 1. Kunsuknoi needs to tie this thing up. Corner work from these Thai dudes is always hilarious. They get so animated. Yo, this dude is fucking barking at him. All right. Yeah, a lot to a lot to say to him. Funny little movement from the referee to send Monk Hornleck's corner out. Come on, get out of here. All right, round number 2. Ooh, another nice connection to start for Monk Hornleck. I mean, Sunleck is just, oh, geez, big connection for Monk Hornleck. Monk Hornleck, Jesus Christ, getting them confused over here. Pair of long names. Oof. I mean, yeah, Monk Hornleck is just he's got all of the answers right now, using his size very well in this fight. Pressure on, and any time that Konsuknoy starts mounting an offense, he's just able to negate it pretty quickly. Catches kicks nicely. Konsuknoy having a lot of frustrating moments in this fight. Nice body kicks from Monk Hornleck. Nice knees to the body in the clinch there for Monk Hornleck. Another nice kick to the body for Monk Hornleck. Oof, nice step in elbow for Monk Hornleck. Konsuknoy, like he's not had like hardly any moments. I mean, a couple elbows land, but it's always in service of Monk Hornleck just clinching up, getting his own shots. Konsuknoy just, he's getting muscled around, getting bullied a little bit in this fight. Yeah, 2 up for Monk Hornleck. 2 up for Monk Hornleck. Breathing fire within those knees. I like it. Nice turn of phrase. All right. Yep. All right. Monk Hornleck gets both of the first 2 rounds. Konsuknoy is going to need a finish here. He is going to need a beanbag in a very real way. Bro, these fucking corner people blow out their microphones like crazy the way they yell. All right, round 3. Let's see if our dude, Kunsuknoi, has anything in here. I mean, he needs to finish this fight. Oh, all right. Kunsuknoi off to a good start in this round. Actually laying some power on. Could he have been playing possum? Oh, that was a nice connection there too. All right, they break off the clinch. Oh, geez, nice right hand by Kunsuknoi. Oh, great combo by Kunsuknoi. He could have been playing possum. Letting Munkornlek gas himself out in the first 2. Yeah, Kunsuknoi is turning up. Oh, mean lands for Kunsuknoi. I mean, he's got a lot of time left. He can do a lot here if he has the power to do so. Get that cold KO, brother. Yeah, Munkornlek is stalling over here. He's dancing. Quit dancing, brother. Oh, counting it as a knockdown? Nope. All right. Kunsuknoi went down for a second there. No knockdown called, though. Certainly enough to sway the outcome here. I mean, Munkornlek doing everything right, but he is stalling, though. Referee just watching them circle the cage. Ring, you know. Yeah, crowd are booing for all the circling. I mean, and ref usually more quick to step in and say, "Hey, fight." Yeah, RWS crowd not happy with this fight. All right, that'll do it. Yeah, not the greatest last round, but either way, Munkornlek, easy win. Handily took those first 2 rounds. This ref letting it go so long. I agree. It was very strange. Just standing there watching it. I mean, CTE literally posting earlier today them going over the rules in the back. Very specific about no dancing. Yeah, let's hear the judges make it official over here. Yeah, definite knockdown there. I really don't like that they are so uptight about calling knockdowns. If he goes down off of a strike, what else could it be? All right, 29-28. All right. As if there was any question, Munkornlek gets the nod. Genuine question. Is there any sport that you'd say the referees are actually good and follow the rules they lay out? I seriously can't think of one. Though I hate all zebras, so I'm biased. Unless they're doing it for kids' sports, then it's very noble and don't chirp stripes. True. Yeah, definitely don't. Come on. Anybody who gets up in arms and goes crazy at kids' sporting events is a fucking psychopath to begin with. But, yeah, hard to say. Maybe tennis. I don't know. As far as combat sports goes, yeah, not many, brother. Not many at this point. All of my favorite referees from NSAC, anybody who does the UFC events, every single one of them has had a reason to say that guy is not suited for the game. You would say the phone booth fighting refs are solid? True. Shout out to Dogfight Wild. Tennis is good, but they have a super slow-mo cam right on the line and actually use the tech all the time. Yeah, there you go. What's the point of having the tech if you're not going to use it, right? All right, ceiling graphics. It is title fight time coming up in just a few moments here. Is this a new animation? That might be a new animation. I don't remember the arrow. This is Rajadamnern. Yeah, I don't remember this animation. That's pretty dope. Of course, this is the standard intro here, obviously. Dogfight was awesome, except that tag team match. I hate that dude. He's still such a little bitch. I mean, bro, you can obviously, like, you can speculate on what the actual reason was, but he did have a point. It's like, if I'm not contracted to fight somebody, like, you know, one-on-one, like, we need to negotiate a price for that, you know? All right. Either which way, we are going to be seeing our title fight here in just a few minutes. So I'm going to take the break of the stream. Jesus, words are hard. I'm going to take a break, refresh the batteries here. I will see you on the other side of it, and then we will have a title fight and then the banger fight. Stick around. All right, and just like that, we are back. What is a title fight coming up? 10-7, we done? Brother, it's title fight time. We got title fight, and then we got the banger fight. So we are not done yet. We are far from done. This is not over. But this timestamp is correct. If you want to watch the fights that we are going to be watching, link is in the description. Get it queued up to the timestamp and join in the fun. Oh, this is a trilogy fight here. You should have a title fight song on the soundboard for when it's title fight time. If it was an actual song, I'd be worried about copyright strikes and shit like that. But maybe Bloomis could make something for us. That'd be kind of dope. We should talk to Bloomis about that. Just like a little small, 5-second stinger or something like that. That would be pretty cool. I tried some potato chips cooked in beef tallow. The flavor is extreme as fuck. Yeah, I still haven't been to Steak and Shake since they brought back the beef tallow. I might have to give it a shot. All right, it is main event time. Didn't even think of copyright. Yeah, we were talking about that on the stream yesterday. I think it was actually Bloomis who was asking me about that. Hey, Maniac with the $10 super chat, my guy. Maniac, thank you, brother. Jeez, bro. Massive W. Appreciate you, dude. Maniac, the homie. Bro, appreciate it, my guy. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate your massive generosity. You are the man, Maniac. Yeah, we're talking about copyright stuff. Because Bloomis was asking me to if I would do music reviews, and I was like, I already do music reviews on my second channel, but I haven't done them in a while. But I have to do them without actually playing any of the music, and I guess there are some channels that do play the music, but they basically, from what I understand, just don't worry about getting copyright strikes or copyright claims. Those are different terms. Copyright strike is actually a demerit on the channel. A copyright claim is basically your monetization goes to the copyright owner or a portion of it. Either way, it's not great, but some channels are cool with it, I guess. Hey, man. What up, man? I remember talking about music back on Twitch. Yeah, I mean I was saying for if I ever do Patreon or something like that, channel memberships and that kind of thing, that I would really like to do just a music listening stream. Basically just play songs, listen to them, talk about them, take requests, do music basically like a radio show. All right, pal. Yeah, my cat going crazy back there. But yeah, on YouTube, it's pretty tough with that. Basically, because I looked it up after the stream when we were talking about it yesterday, because I was like, I wonder what the actual way that they're doing it is. And basically, what I was able to find is that music review channels that play full portions of songs or a good amount of the songs, basically they just are foregoing the monetization. They're basically just giving the monetization to the copyright holder of the song and hoping that they can monetize in other ways, I guess. But Bloomis could make us something original. That would be kind of cool. Main event of the evening. I don't know why, but today I woke up and chose Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5. Good choice. What song? Was it The Message? Or was it the greatest Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 song, Scorpio? Because if it was Scorpio, that is a goated choice. He is DJ Flash and he came to show you a blast. And we are the Furious Five, and we rockin', shockin' all the way live. Show no shame. Shake it, baby. I love that song. You went through and listened to 2 hours worth. Damn, that's a deep dive. That is a deep dive on the catalog. I don't think I've listened to that much of Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. A couple of songs that I like, but I have not listened to that deep a journey. I can appreciate it, though. Hopefully Scorpio is among those tracks. Show no shame. Shake it, baby. Hey, girl. Yeah, just like that, you got a copyright strike. So true, dude. Seriously. Yeah, seriously. I remember the Game Grumps talking about that. I remember the Game Grumps talking about, like, you know, yeah, singing a song is like it's considered a cover. I just did a cover right there. You're probably not wrong. We'll see. We'll see if I end up getting one. But you're not wrong. I very well might. I'll counterclaim by saying that because I didn't change my voice in the same way that it was transformative. Let's push the limits of fair use. Show no shame. Shake it, baby. That is a banger, though. Kind of sucks because from what I understand, apparently Grandmaster Flash like really did the Furious Five dirty. Like no one in the Furious Five liked Grandmaster Flash. At least not in the end. If this moment is the end of the channel, I appreciate everything you've done. Nah, it wouldn't be. No, see, that's what what I was saying before. A copyright strike and a copyright claim are two different things. I wouldn't get copyright struck for that. I would get a claim for it. So it would be basically just either a portion or all of the monetization from the video would go to the copyright holder. So basically, I'm putting more money back in Grandmaster Flash's pockets because I think he stole all of the. I think he basically stole all of the master recordings from the rest of the group. You're right, though. The music content creators do give up being monetized. The big ones get enough views and have other outlets for profit. Yeah, exactly. Got to diversify your income streams. That's why everybody needs to go to yamashow.com. Get yourself a shirt. Come on, people. Shirts, hats, beanies, stickers. It's all there. Plus, it makes you noticeably and measurably sexier. This is verifiable. I'm not memeing. SCTE. Multiple people have been have had interest expressed in them while in Yama merchandise. Factual statement. %. It's totally true. I'm telling you, man. SCTE, S-Didgery Dave. Pretty much almost everybody that has it. Sarah Toby. You know? Sarah Toby would never have anyone attracted to her unless she was wearing Yama merch. Oh, man. Shout out to Sarah Toby. Sarah Toby does just fine, let me tell you. I'm going to buy all the Yama gear and sell it for profit. I mean, shit, if you buy it first. I can't control the resale market. I wasn't wearing my Yama beanie because it's summer, but on Friday I had a girl bring me back to her place. I didn't hit, though, because I fell down her stairs drunk. You wouldn't have done that if you were wearing your Yama beanie. That is a horrible story, by the way, Hydra. That's a massive L.
L.
Yeah, you got to get 2 for that.
L.
That would not have happened if you were wearing your Yama beanie. How did you feel about the Usman fight? I was kind of underwhelmed by the fight, to be perfectly honest. like, obviously it was a really good performance for Dricus. We're going to talk about it on the podcast tomorrow, of course. We'll go into full detail, but, it was a really nice performance from Dricus. I thought his kicks were really nice. Good, solid connections. I thought Kamaru held his own in that fight. Obviously did not win rounds, but, I thought he did better than I think some people were expecting him to do. But overwhelmed, I was kind of underwhelmed by the fight. And his conduct after the fight was atrocious. And during the fight. Get punched in the face, look at the ref. Get kicked in the head. Ref, how are you going to let him do this? How are you going to let this guy kick me in the head? I don't know. You're in a fucking fist fight. That's how. Couldn't catch the stream? No worries, brother. Plenty more streams ahead, and you are always appreciated. Thank you again for your very kind generosity. I thought Hydra was going to say he got to her house and she had a Yama shirt. That would have been fucking goated. Yeah. If that had happened, Hydra wouldn't have fell down the stairs either. You know? If Yama merch was in the equation in any way, smashing would have happened. Title fight is underway. Chiabkard versus Narak is happening right now. Usman is just annoying in the press conference, that dumb punch. Yeah, dude. Usman did himself no favors. He's already a guy who people, especially newer fans, do not respect because they don't know of the greatness he once possessed and the dominance that he had in the welterweight division. So, the sport is already... Oh, nice head kick for Chiabkard. Oh, that was Narak. My bad. Yeah, Narak with a nice head kick. They're counting it as a knockdown. Nice. Narak off to a great start in round one. Oh. Narak with the elbows. Oh, nice knee. Get out of the clinch. Oh, Narak. Narak looking for a beanbag. Bro, if we got a beanbag in a title fight, that's gold in RWS. Oh, big elbows. Bro, Chiabkard is trying to hang on for dear life. Narak gets out of the clinch. Knee him. Oh, big knee. Oh, big elbow. Oh, no, dude, Narak is out for blood, man. Chiabkard is fucking tough. How is this dude still alive? This is a disaster, says commentary. Oh, big head kick for Narak. We might have a new champion over here. Number 5 is taking it to the champ like a fucking G right. Oh, big shot with the left hand. Oh, big elbow from the left. Bro, this guy Narak is he's going to gas himself out. Yeah, see commentary listening to the channel even from the past. Oh, God, I will get back to you in the chat in just a moment, people. We got a banger on our hands here. Oh, big head kick from Narak. This guy is emptying the tank. The champ is bleeding. Oh, Lord. Oh, Chiabkard goes down again. They're calling that a slip. But, yeah, blood pouring now. Yeah, break that clinch up. Break that clinch up, champ. That's going to be the round. Teep to end it from Narak. There it is. All right. Wow. Woo. That was some wild work. Yeah, look at Narak. He's like, oh, yeah. Narak feeling like Fatima Klein after that. All right. My bad, guys. Had to pay attention to that. That was action that commanded attention. Bro, you are allowed to get punched in the face and it's not an eye poke. It wasn't an eye poke. Yeah. He was complaining about legal shots. I gave him the benefit of the doubt because the knuckle of the thumb could feel like an eye poke. Yeah, no, it's understandable that he thought it might have been an eye poke, but it wasn't. So shut up. And that wasn't the only time he was complaining either. If he had only done it that one time, I would have been like, oh, fair enough. Whatever. It wasn't an eye poke. Move on. He's getting kicked in the head, completely clean kicks. And he's looking at the ref like, yo, ref, you going to allow these clean kicks? Yeah, I am. 10-8 round for Narak, as it should be. The champ is down 2 points. Chiabkard has a lot of ground to regain. Big old glob in the cut. Usman was still complaining afterwards in the post-fight press conference. I'm really surprised no one in his team told him it was legal, or at the very least, it's a bad look for complaining. I mean, bro, I don't even think that he would listen, though. That's the problem with Kamaru Usman, is that his confidence cuts both ways. You know? He was always that confident back in the day, too, when he was champ. I'll never forget, I always talk about his little speech where he was like, people need to put respect on my name. You put some respect on my name. He looked like he was crying. But he believed that shit, and he still does. And then he's getting all fucking flummoxed when he gets 50-45'd. Bro, you ain't win those rounds. I don't know how to break it to you. Unk got a chin on him? No shit, bro. But I don't know how long this is going to last if Narak can keep it up. If his cardio is there, then Narak he's going to finish this fight at some point. All my homies hate Narak. I don't fuck with your homies. Banger fight. This is awesome Muay Thai. For real, dude. And we still got the actual banger fight coming up. Narak is an Azuri fan. First of all, it's a Resi. Oh, no, it is Azuri, isn't it? Whatever. We're all Rossi around here. Narak is a Rossi homie. You know, yeah, the knees are crazy. Bro, the amount of damage that he did in round 1, it is insane that Chiabkard is still in this fight. Almost everyone connected. Yeah, absolutely. The man, he's a man possessed. And Chiabkard has surprisingly lacking defensive posture for a champion. The whole time he was getting head kicked, I was just thinking of Leon Edwards. Oh, Narak. Oh, another big kick for Narak. Bro, how is this dude still in this fight? Chiabkard is a fucking brick. They clinch again. They break again. Typical Rossi fan trying to tell everyone about Azuri. I know enough. We know enough. We know enough. Because I don't want to hear it. Y'all are Verdi fans anyway. Y'all are bandwagon Azuri fans. Y'all are just Azuri fans because Verdi never wins. And also, as I have said, the saddest thing of all is that there are no Bianchini fans on the planet. You're either an Arezzi, you're either an Azuri fan because you like the Yankees. You're a Rossi fan because you're an underdog supporter and a GOAT. You're a Verdi fan if you are long-suffering and will never win. And no one is a Bianchini fan. I don't even know. Bianchini is just in it because they have to have a fourth competitor. They have to have a fourth region to make the bracket. Oh, God. Bro, Narak with these fucking elbows, dude. I mean, this is the thing, is that Chiabkard is going to get cut again. Like, he's already been cut. If he doesn't get knocked out, he's going to get fucking TKO'd by cuts. Because Narak he's slicing these elbows. Yeah, and again, Chiabkard is bleeding. Yep. There's the cut going. Another good round for Narak. We might have a new champ on our hands here. Azuri because blue is my favorite color. I don't, just because it's your favorite color doesn't mean it's the right team to root for. Orange is my favorite color. You don't see me talking about how much I like Halloween. Right? It makes sense. It might not sound like it makes sense, but trust me, it does. I heard Narak is a Rossi sympathizer. Bro, you mean an absolute legend? When Rossi rises from the ashes like a mighty phoenix, all of you haters are going to be eating your words. When you are a Rossi fan, you're a Rossi fan for life. Not you bandwagon Azuri fans. You Azuri fans are bandwagoners. Just going with the people who win. It was the right team when they played Rossi. Boom, roasted. Damn. I mean, hard for me to deny that.
Boom, roasted.
I like Orange too, and you don't hear me talking about Bitcoin all the time. Maniac knows what's up. Exactly. Exactly. When was the last time you heard me talk about Dogecoin? Huh? Fucking Azuri fans. Azuri just buying up all the good players. Remember? That's a legitimate thing if you recall. Azuri had fucking people from other countries naturalized over the course of 10 years. Azuri was setting up that victory 10 years in advance because they buy their way. Azuri, the New York Yankees of the Calcio Storico. Verdi is in the process of this. I'm telling you, 10 years from now, Verdi's going to be an entirely different team. Bianchini, still going to suck. What is he having him smell from the cornerman's hand? I think they have smelling salts. I believe that they can use smelling salts in RWS. Is that some Rossi PED usage? Completely legal. Completely legal. Don't be mad at Rossi because they know the rules. Don't be mad at Rossi because they know the rule set and use it to their advantage. That's smart. That's not playing hard. That's playing smart. Careful, Yama, getting too mad about naturalized citizens. You'll have Mank in wheelchair coming back. Something to that, perhaps. I never said it was wrong. I'm just saying that, it's a strat. That's all I'm saying. Look, I mean, you got to give it up to Azuri. I mean, I'm at least fair enough to be able to acknowledge that Azuri won the match. But that does not mean that Rossi is not the team with the heart. You're locked in now watching along? Brother, yes, this is a great fight. Shout out to Chiabkard, bro. He's probably not going to win this fight at this point, but man, he is taking so much damage. It's only wrong if you're not a Surrey. Hate us, could ye us. Spilled your beer in bed? Damn, that sucks. That legitimately sucks. But understandable when the fight's this good. Hey, what are you doing, bub? Yeah, my cat was trying to eat the bagels. Still got the bagels over there. But yeah, I think Narak did gas himself a little bit. Understandable, though. I mean, he was looking for that beanbag. I mean, we still got 2 more rounds. Championship fight over here. If Chiabkard can come back, that would be an insane comeback, the likes of which we have not seen since PMI 3 fights ago. Yeah, smelling salts in the corners to perk them up a little bit. Like I said, completely legal. All right, another quality round, and Chiabkard is fucking bloodied. Final countdown playing in Thailand. Yeah, Chiabkard is tough, dude. This guy is a fucking Chad. I mean, he might not win this fight, but to be taking as much damage as he has taken. Brother, I'm telling you to not fuck with it, please. Stop. Really interested in the bagels. I'm going to go toss them back in the kitchen after this fight. I don't like to have to yell at the little boy. All right, 30-26. Narak is running away with the belt right now. We're going to see Narak walk out with the belt buckle of glory. Yamakat has bagel ball knowledge. It's true. It is true. He saw me do the rip earlier, and he was like, "Ooh, I got to get in on that." Cats can have a... Now, he doesn't actually want to eat the bagels. He's trying to fuck with the plastic from the bag. Specifically, I think he's trying to fuck with the little twist tie thing, which I don't want him to mess with that. Am I tripping, or does Narak's facial features remind you of Machida? Or Machida, excuse me. Let me take a look at him again. He does, like, he has the roundness of the face. Like, the shape of the face is definitely there. I'll have to look at his actual facial features. I can see it a little bit, maybe. At least from the side profile. He's got a wider nose than Machida did. My cat barely ever tries to steal my food. He's too picky. Lucky. Yeah, my cat is always looking for food. And I feed him. I mean, like, yeah, obviously I feed him. I mean, I give him turkey and stuff. So I kind of bring it on myself, I guess. But he's gotten a little bit better about that. You know, when I'm eating and I tell him not to come around, he gets the clue. He needs 2 10-8s. It is, yeah, it's a very, very long shot that Chiabkard's going to be able to come back in this fight. But we did see a crazy comeback from Pimai, even if it was round 1, but still. Pimai was getting touched up like crazy in his fight, and then he knocked out his opponent with 1 punch. So anything is possible. Nice head kick from Narak. Yeah, Maniac. I can see what you're saying about the Machida comparison. It's not like a 1-to-1, but he does look like a Thai Machida. Machida's cousin. Narak Machida. Oh my God, Chiabkard. About to fucking banana peel himself. Jeez, look at all of that blood on the side of Chiabkard's face. Yeah, nice solid knee from Chiabkard in the clinch, but he is so far behind at this point. Narak moving nicely to get out of the way of the shots, too. Definitely not 1-to-1, but I just thought about it and had to mention it. True. Yeah, no, I can definitely see it. And again, the shape of the head is very similar for sure. Let's see if he gets choked out like Machida. I wonder if he'll drop like Machida. Well, after he wins the belt, welcome to the Narak era. I swear you could find a Brazilian that looks like anyone no matter where the other person is from. True. Brazil is a country that has a very, very wide spectrum of characteristics and complexions, much like the Dominican Republic. I've always said that about the Dominican. You have every shade of person in the Dominican Republic. Beautiful place. I love the Dominican. I always said that if I had, a good amount of money at the end of my days, I would love to have a place down in the Dominican Republic to go hang out every once in a while. It's a beautiful country. And you want to talk about beautiful women. Holy shit. One of my favorite UFC fighters of all time. I can understand it, man. You should talk to Bloomis. Bloomis is a big Machida fan. Just get choked out and take it like a champ. Absolutely. And then get unceremoniously fucking dumped. Go limp. Fall like potato sack. Jeez, look at that knee to the body on that replay. What a crazy solid knee from Narak. He's been running this fight. Bro says that about every country. What, the women are beautiful? I mean, I would say that in most countries you can find beautiful women. Que lo que? Fair. Do we know when Waldo fights again? Waldo is booked, is he not? Waldo, I think we got Waldo fight news already. Hold, please. Oh yeah, he's fighting Curtis Blades. Right? I thought I just saw that. Hold on, let me double check. Yeah, he's fighting Curtis Blades September 12th. I miss my I know black eye Dominican Poppy King. That's a big thing in the Dominican Republic. Sad. And in Brazil too, actually. I'm trying to get a house built in Little Cayman. Nice, dude. The logistics are insane. I don't know if I'm going to do it. Yeah, you got to jump through some hoops, but if you really want it like that, that's pretty sick, dude. You must be doing all right for yourself, Maniac. I can appreciate it. Shout out to you. Congratulations. That's a sick fight. I like both those guys a lot. Yeah, I mean, I think that Curtis regained a lot of respect from people in the Hokit fight. Oh my God. Chiabkard is flopping all over the place at this point. How is he still in this fight? How is he still pushing forward? What an absolute champion. But soon to not be one, unfortunately. Didn't know they were going to fight. Yeah. That just got announced maybe like less than a week ago, I think. That was a crazy pull by me. I usually don't remember things that well. I remembered before I found it on my phone. I always respected Curtis, unlike you, Curtis hater. I'm not a Curtis hater. I am a Curtis truther. I am a Curtis realist. I like Curtis a lot, actually. I mean, all jokes aside, Curtis as a person, I think he's yet another one of the great guys of the sport, and a great ambassador for those with stuttering as a disability, legitimate disability. Yeah, no, Curtis Blades is a good man, good human being. I like him a lot, but gotta be accurate and honest in what I see in him. And there are flaws, you know? Oh, takedown. He took his back. Narak setting up his MMA debut. Been in crypto for a while? Let's go, Maniac. Fucking congratulations, brother. That's the only reason? Brother, that's a fine reason. That is a very fine reason. I mean, I'm sorry that, it's not going so great right now, but hopefully if you were smart about it, obviously if you're looking to build a house in Little Cayman, you must have been pretty smart about it, so much respect, my guy. Bro, as long as you're not hurting anybody, I don't give a fuck how you made your money, in general. I am a capitalist. All right, and that is going to do it. Narak is going to be your new champion. Shout out to the legend Narak. Welcome to the Narak era. It's awesome to see Curtis get more views on his media day appearances and interviews. A successful Twitch stream with the stutterer, even more impressive than just being a good fighter to me. Oh, even a successful Twitch stream with the stutter. Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. Dude, I shout out to Curtis. Like I've always said that. I think Curtis is a great dude. I think he's a great guy. I would love to have Curtis on the show sometime, that kind of thing. But I got to be accurate in my assessments. They were like I can't, I can't glaze for the sake of glazing. That's what, it's not accurate commentary. That's not what we do around here. I don't think that y'all would respect that if I didn't give my accurate and honest takes, I don't know if I would respect myself if I didn't. Curtis is a bigger star than Grapple all while never talking shit. Wait, Curtis is a bigger star than Grapple all while never talking shit and having a speech impediment. True. I've been here for long enough. I've been here for long enough. Things always happen. True. When blood is in the streets, you buy. Hey, brother, do you, man? Buy low, sell high. Oh yeah, you've been here long enough to the dips. Yeah. No, fuck, bro. If I had money, I'd be buying the dip like crazy right now. You'll glaze people you like shamelessly. Trust, I know. You're not as bad as some people though. I think on the glazing depth chart, you're probably third. You're number 3. Number 2 is West Indian. And number 1, the absolute worst offender of them all, E-Money J. And we know why that is. 50-45. They 50-45'd my man. Oh, Chiabkard. Whatever, dude. Shout out to Narak. The champ has a name. Did you catch Ben Askren's last wrestling match? No, I did not. I did not watch RAF for that one. But shout out to him, of course, obviously. Tremendous that he's able to make the comeback that he made. All respect to Ben Askren and, the trials and tribulations he went through. I mean, God, I couldn't imagine what he has overcome. So I'm so happy for him. Oh, Grapple. Got you. Yeah. The new prospect that I don't want to say the actual word on stream too many times. Appreciate you, bro. Yes, I understand. All right. And our dude, Narak, in addition to a shiny new belt buckle, has 150,000 bot. Let's fucking go. I heard Colby beat Armin in RAF. Yes, he did. We were talking about that a little earlier. What I say about that is that it is very surprising, of course. Very surprising that happened. But at the same time, I don't think Armin is taking RAF tremendously seriously. It's not MMA. It's not his main gig. Everyone knows that Armin's main gig now is live streaming. Everyone knows that Armin's main gig now is getting familiar with Nina Drama. It was pretty meh, but it was nice. Genuine thing to see. It was a nice, genuine thing to see. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Nah. Yeah, it doesn't matter the level of competition for that. That could have been as much of a fucking, I'm not saying it was, but like, if it had been as much of a setup as that one thing that we watched in Deep last time that we watched Deep, that weird fucking 1 versus 3 grappling thing with the guy who recently retired from Ryzen. That was certainly very strange, but obviously we knew why it was happening. It was basically just a nice little friendly send-off kind of thing. So it could have been that for Ben Askren, and I would have been 100% okay with it. Streaming with young kids? Oh, yeah, Armin, yeah. Armin and Aiden Ross sailing away to victory. Fucking ridiculous. But like I said, what I say about Colby beating Armin, I am not a Colby Covington fan by any stretch of the imagination, but anytime that Armin loses in a small way, I feel like we all win. I don't know if you know this, but I'm not a big fan of Arman Sarukian. I don't know if I've ever said that before. Yeah, Neon, yeah, for both of you guys. Yeah, Neon. She want to get with an Indian. Come on, bro. Don't even try to lie like Neon's song isn't a bop, though. Before we get into the banger fight, hold on. Musical interlude. Yep, she want to hang with an Indian. Come on, y'all. I'll take the copyright claim off of this one. This is fire. What is this terrible AI artwork for it, too? Woo! Woo! Come on, dude. Bro, she wants to. It's not bad, dude. I've heard way worse. I've heard way worse. Trust, I have heard way, way worse than that. Who wants that? She wants that, Carlos. Who is she? You don't want to find out. You don't want to know the answer to that. Trust. I don't knock no one's hustle. I mean, with Neon, he was a little bit of a fucking nuisance before, but like I said, the song's not bad. The song is not bad. I have heard a lot of terrible rap in my time. Trust. 44-50. They 44-50'd my dude. 50-44. Arman needs to be careful around Aiden for real. He got Puka Nakua. Oh, Puka Nakua, yeah. He got Puka Nakua in big enough trouble. Him, his team, and I think the NFL had to put out an apology for something he did on Aiden's stream. What did he do? What was it? Let them dudes be clowns and make a shitload of money. Hopefully they're smart about it. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't mind them making money and all that. What I don't like is when they fucking act out in public and bother other people. Like, y'all do whatever the fuck you want in your bedroom, bro. You're out in public bothering people like Jack fucking Doherty. Still wish that Andrei Arlovsky had fucked him and his whole crew up. She is in the room with us. Is the she in the room with us right now? I mean, there's a couple of nice she's on the dance cam. Look at this guy. Bro's got the moves. He looks like the dude from he looks like a guy from the Tim Burton Willy Wonka. The Oompa Loompa guy. But Carlos, like I said, bro, when you find out who the she is, it's already too late. It's already too late when you find out who she is. You find out who she is the hard way. Jack is actually a fucking clown. He's the worst, bro. Jack Doherty's the fucking worst. Aiden is Jewish and very well connected in the law and entertainment industry. Even pre his fame, he and threatens to sue people all the time and was joking with Puka about that and the power he has. Okay. Yeah, for he is tremendously dumb for a Jewish guy. But I don't know. Makes a lot of money, so he must be smart somehow, I guess. Still don't understand how he got famous. Then he had Puka and him rub their hands together under their face in the stereotypical greedy way. Oh. He was bringing Puka into some negative stereotypes. Oh, bleeding edge. Is that what it was? Then large Jewish organizations were very upset, so they all did a big I'm sorry. Lame. First of all, is it dumb and do I like it? No. Second of all, is that something that big organizations need to make a fucking fuss about? No. Give me a break. Shut up. That's an organization being professionally offended. I mean, if a Jewish person can't make a joke about being Jewish in the current climate, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, that's people looking for things to be upset about as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I mean, and that's certainly not something that I would expect an apology from a fucking, athlete for. That's dumb. That's some dumb shit. I remember when the ADL got mad about that billboard back in the day. There was a billboard, I think it was for like liquor or something, and it said, I think it said something like Christmas quality Hanukkah prices. I was like, that's fucking funny. They got all up in arms about it. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, quit being so fucking uptight. Like Afro Man said, I met a girl with blue hair and damn, she looked good. Took her to my house and she was fine, but she pulled out a dick bigger than mine. He also said the same thing about Lick 'em Low Lisa. Lick 'em low. Lick 'em low, Lisa. Afro Man's the fucking G. Afro Man is an American hero. All right, we have a young Thai boy who looks to be about 13 years old. He's actually 20. Juan Michok versus Gianni Delou, who is 24 years old and from Belgium. This is your banger fight. Juan Michok versus Gianni Delou. The Lion of Flanders. Ned Flanders? Oakley dokley. Get yourself knock out a doodle there. Aiden just had a giant audience of children and still does that. That's why he got famous. Yeah, but how did he get the giant audience of children, though? It was all a big nothing, but it got an NFL team valued billions to make an official statement because of it. If Armin did the same or worse, no more title shot for a year plus. That is such a fucking myth. Like, dude, let me ask you a legitimate question. Do you think that if Bryce Mitchell was of championship caliber, that they would deny him a title shot because of the things he said? The answer is no. This is a massive myth, and it's also a negative stereotype, I would say, especially considering the way that the UFC operates. Josh Hoka is peddling the same bullshit. It's not true. I make Jew jokes all the time. Sorry, not sorry, and I have been for years before all this shit show is happening. Yeah, well, I mean, again, there are nuances to it, but you gotta have a sense of humor, for fuck's sake. Come on. But yeah, it's a spectrum like anything else. This dude reminds me of Wing C. True, bro, especially with the Mong Kong on. He's got the Wing C look with headband. Afro Man is a legend. He's One Punch Man maxing. Yo. Is that Saito? I've never seen the show, but I know a little about it. Holy shit, he looks like she should be in an anime. There you go. Strickland has entered the chat. Here's the thing, you guys. Did you guys see? I haven't actually seen the clip, but I saw the image at least. Sean Strickland going up to random black people and explaining to them why he gets the N-word pass. I just imagine Sean Strickland approaching these people at random, saying a whole bunch of shit like that, and them just being like, "Sir, please stop talking to me." Like, okay. I think they would if he did it recently, and they also didn't like him in his fight style. Maybe, but I don't think that it's the comments that would be it, though. I don't think it's because it's a Jewish joke. Just anything causing a thorn in the UFC's side, they'll punish you. But I don't think that that's the kind of stuff that they really think is a thorn in the side, though. I mean, Sean Strickland is, about as anti-Israel as it gets. He's the champ right now. So I don't know, man. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I don't buy it about that specific thing. But I think you make a more valid point about the fight style. That I think is more valid because that's money. That's where the money's at. That's the other thing that you don't understand is that there is no money lost in being anti-Semitic right now. To be perfectly honest, being anti-Semitic is mainstream right now. It's not controversial. It's only controversial to a select group of people. In the mainstream, it's fucking everywhere. Trust me, I see it all the time. It's just that Puka doing a Jewish joke versus a different group meant there was a group in a lobby with big enough weight to get a fuss about it. Yeah. But again, I don't even think that groups like that really wield power in the sense of like mainstream opinion. All right. Either way, banger fight is underway. One Punch Man's name is Saitama. Okay, not Saito. I was close. All right, let's see if we can get a nice beanbag to end this thing. Our dude from Belgium putting a lot of pressure on. Gianni Delou. Sean said he's more of an N-word than actual black people because he can't get a real job, carries a gun, will throw his life away for nothing. Yeah, I'm sure that black people, very much appreciate that. Especially the ones that he came up to at random to say that. Could you imagine if somebody just came up to you? I don't care what they're saying, but somebody coming up to you and saying some outlandish fucking unhinged shit like that. It's like, brother, are we on the fucking subway in New York City right now? Why are you talking to me? I don't like people talking to me ever. Point blank, period. If you see me in public and I don't know you, don't say anything to me. Like, full stop. I don't like people approaching me for any reason. Yes, no Iranian sacrificial lamb this time. That is true. Right now, we've got a fucking Belgian beast over here. He's putting a lot of pressure on. Oh, jeez. Big step in front kick there. Oh. This Belgian with the shiny head is looking to finish. He is trying to make this a banger fight. Plus, he is massive compared to this 20-year-old Thai boy. Bigotry is booming. Facts, Bleeding Edge. Big facts. And as usual, bigotry only matters to the people who are being discriminated against. If you're not part of the group, then, it's just whatever. Bro, there he goes. Is this going to be the beanbag? It is! Shout out to our dude, Gianni Delou!
Oh, that boy got a beanbag!
Ooh, that's a beanbag.
You've heard of One Punch Man. This is One Kick Man. Let's go. Yeah, the commentary is right. It was so quick, I didn't see what the actual connector was. I think it was a kick. Might have been a knee, maybe. Bing, bang, beanbag. Exactly, Carlos. Correcto. Es verdad. Also, if we're being honest, Semites are a large group of people. Yeah. I mean, it depends on how you define it, but anti-Semitic now is only Jewish, which makes no sense to me. Yeah, it's true. Language of evolution and stuff like that doesn't go by geography. But probably because the other Semitic people are generally not ones that are getting discriminated against in the same way. But there you go. Yet another thing the Jews stole. Ha! Sean thought they'd treat him like the king of blacks in that Family Guy bit. Yeah, Sean really in his own mind thought he would go up to them and they would be like, "Yeah, man. Oh, bro. Yeah. Go on, brother. You're not Dustin, bro." Because the thing that Sean doesn't understand is that Sean is performative. I'm not even saying that the things that he is saying are not entirely not entirely untrue. But it's the way that he presents himself and the information. He is performative as a human being. Sean Strickland wears a mask. You want to know when you saw the mask slip? During the Theo Vaughn interview. Sean Strickland is a broken person beneath his mask, and he will not shake it. He cannot shake it. He has to wear the mask, and he does everything in his power to make you believe the mask because he's really trying to make himself believe the mask. Trust me, all of this is very true and tracking. Yeah, just like that is right. That's why we call it the Banger Fight, Maniac. Thank you for being here for Muay Thai Sunday. Banger Fight delivers on the name with a beanbag. Brother, if you don't get a beanbag in the Banger Fight, you should not be in the Banger Fight. Hey, Maniac. Thank you again for another $10 super chat, my man. Make sure they don't steal this, brother. You gave it right to. You gave it right to. No theft necessary, but thank you very much for willingly give it to your boy. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Your doble R is pronunciation pretty good, bro. I'm from Florida, man. La Florida. Yeah, we roll our R's out here. Like I said, bro, I speak a little bit of Spanish, you know? Plus, with my background in voice acting, I try to pick up accents when I can. Dustin never asked for the pass or said it before he got the pass. From everyone I saw about it, Sean begs for it and gets denied. Exactly, because Dustin is not performative. Like Sean Strickland is so... It's so plain as the nose on his face that he is putting up a false front. That is why he is always on Twitter. That is why he is always trying to convince people of the things that he says and making outlandish comments because he's playing to an audience. Sean Strickland decided the audience he wanted to like him and is always, at all times, perpetually trying to get them to continue to like him. God damn it, I knew you were Jewish? Okay, well, yeah. Then shout out to you. You were correct in knowing that. Muchos cubanos en Florida, verdad. Sí. Muchos cubanos y puertorriqueños y dominicanos y mexicanos. Sí. 100% right about Strickland. Oh, I was going to make a whole video about Strickland at one point. I really would like to do that. It's just one that I would have to actually like write out my thoughts and stuff. The truth about Sean Strickland. But yeah, you know, too much stuff going on right now. Maybe after this project that I've been working on that's been dragging out for a million years, maybe I'll sit down and actually write that. I feel like Thinker knows a Sean Strickland in real life to know to have this level of insight. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I can't pinpoint like an exact person, but I mean I just see it. I don't know. I mean like I think maybe what I would say is that I've recognized it in so many political figures that I recognize it in a person who is like not overtly a political like a politician, but like politics adjacent is maybe how I recognize that. But I don't know. I think I like to believe I have a pretty like keyed in understanding of like human emotion and basic armchair psychology. I think that comes from the writing, it comes from me being a writer. When I write characters, I kind of have to like get in people's minds a little bit, at least in the minds of the characters. Anyone that has ever worked in the hospitality industry knows a Sean Strickland. Well, I mean, maybe that's where I get it from then, because I certainly have worked in hospitality adjacent industries for long periods of time. But no longer, thankfully. All right. And that is the end of RWS, folks. Man, I will tell you, this has been a really fun one. This was a great RWS card. Quality beanbag, 2 of them. Banger fight, Tim Schlotbach. Changing of the guard with a championship fight. Shout out to Narak. So, it is almost 2 o'clock in the morning local time, people. So I guess it is about time for me to wrap this thing up. But you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out. Maniac, thank you very much for your generosity. Really appreciate you, bro. Thank you for the quality conversation. You, Hydra, Bleeding Edge, Carlos, all you guys. Jeremy hanging out earlier. CTE. Sanjay. All you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. City Life. You catching any K1? Is it on right now? Fuck. Bro, I never know when K1 is on. City Life, where do I go to find out the schedule? Part 1 just ended, 2-hour intermission, so I decided to split the stream into 2 parts. Probably smart, but no, I gotta turn in. But I would love to do K1 at some point though. So where do you find the schedule out? Like, are you just on Instagram finding the shit out? Because I don't think Grabaka posts that, or maybe I just haven't been looking close enough. But let me know. Let me know where you find that schedule at, because I like K1 is one I have to do. Oh, Kapoza or Tapology. Kapoza does put it up. Okay, maybe I just have not been looking close enough. Admittedly, I was not on Grabaka this week, so shit. Damn it. We got to do K1 at some point. So no, I will not be doing K1. But hey, look, if you guys want to hang out for more watch along, go hang out with the City Life Project. Go hang out with Isha. That's the homie. He did, and Abema is free with VPN. All right, there you go. Simple as. So, everybody over here in this chat right now, if you want more watch-along action, the City Life Project has you covered. Go hang out with my dude Isha over there. Tell him Thinker sent you. Do the next World Max. It would be worth it more than this one. Okay. I appreciate it. I'll keep an eye out for it. And trust, I also got to do some more glory. You want to hang with an Indian? I don't know. We haven't really got into that. Isha, what's your ethnicity? Isha a little off-white. He might be somewhat Indian. It might track. But you can hang out with Sanjay in this chat. Sanjay is an actual Indian descent. The World Max is the best card of the year. One night tournament. Guys fight up to 3 times. Fucking love it. That's old school. That is old school. But City Life, I appreciate you checking in, brother. We are just about to wrap this thing up, so thank you for that. Half brown, bingo. There you go, Carlos. Oh, Persian American. Okay, got you. Well, not exactly Indian, but perhaps it'll do in a pinch. I don't know. Ask Neon. I couldn't tell you. But either way, we're going to wrap this thing up here because it is getting late and I got to work tomorrow. So, guys, again, thank you so much for hanging out for RWS. Appreciate you hanging out for Muay Thai Sundays. Again, Maniac, thank you so much for the donations. Jeremy for the bits earlier as well. Appreciate that too. We will be back for the podcast tomorrow, Monday night, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Myself and Chase Parton breaking down each and every fight from UFC Oklahoma City. Yamashow.com for all your merchandise needs. Go get yourself a shirt, hat, whatever. It'll make you sexier. Like the stream. Also, it's the homie thing to do. And we will catch up in the next one. Dad walking carpet, mom white as snow. Good Lord. All right, guys. Thank you so much, though. Yes, everybody go and check out City Life Project to keep the party going. We're going to end it right here. So you have yourself a great rest of your night, a great rest of your weekend for whatever's left of it. And as always, fight on.
It's